Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Saturday, folks. It's a very happy Saturday because we're here and we're going to play EarthBound. It's been a disruptive little period over the last month and change. So I've missed a lot of weeks. And the one time recently I did manage to do the Saturday EarthBound stream, I didn't have time. And so it was very short. All we did was bop over to Threed, bop up to Winters, bop down to Summers. We arrived in Summers, chatted to a few of the locals, and had to stop after like an hour. So after all that unplanned misery, here we are. I'm excited. You're excited. This should be the session where we get the whole team together here in EarthBound. Start picking up steam towards the big climax of the story. So here's a funny thing. Ooh, a Donkey Kong series challenge event is live. Okay. Don't know what that means, but perhaps I'll look into it at some point. It could be fun. So yeah, here we are. And so here's a funny thing. I had just started, as you might recall, about a month and a half, fairly recently in this EarthBound series. I said to myself, why am I sitting in the computer chair at a desk as though I were at work to play a console game with a controller in my hand? And for that matter, a console game that was designed so that in most parts of the game, you can play with a single hand because the left button acts as a context button, contextual action button. But I'm just sitting here, and then I have this nice yellow armchair, which had a pop of color, just like my yellow bookshelf. I bought them at the same time, if you can believe it. Coordinated that purchase. Yeah, why don't I set something up? I'll be more comfortable, and it'll add some visual variety, and it just seems more appropriate to play a console game. I did that a couple times. I was gradually working out, like, how exactly, like, where should I put the chair, and how should I line everything up? And then, after the last stream, the night of, we were having friends over for Milady's birthday, for Danielle's birthday, and she was like, you know what? There's not enough seating for everyone to have like a good, comfortable seat. Like when we have big parties, people sit in the crummy dining room chairs and stuff, because we have a big open concept living room, dining room kind of area. But when it's just enough people that it would be only one person gets the crummy dining room chair. Yeah, okay. So she was like, would you mind bringing your yellow armchair down? And so I did. And then she, at the end of the night, she was like, you know what? Like, this actually looks really good here in the living room. And it does. And that was honestly where I wanted it since we moved in. Kind of funny. I only started making any use of the chair being stuck in this room right before I finally got what I wanted of it being moved to the living room. It's great there in the living room. It brings the room together. It adds a pop of color. It's right by the patio window door, so I can sit in it in the morning and sip my coffee with the sun shining on me, which is lovely. And so now I need to figure out a new thing. I'm not going back to the computer chair. So for now, I'm sitting in the sort of director chair. Oh, you can't see it. Don't worry. I'm in a chair. I'm not just squatting. Don't worry. So I got to figure out a better setup than this, but we'll converge on that. For now, this is what we'll do. Okay. So then there are a couple other things I need to talk about before we start playing EarthBound. That I need to talk about. No, that I am choosing to talk about before we start playing EarthBound, although I will open up the game. Curious if I remembered which windows we were using last time we played. Heck yes. So we'll change it. And no chat activity yet, but if you're there in the chat and you have a preference of flavor, let me get the flavor list up. Tell me which window flavor you prefer. It's first come, first serve, or else first served, or I'll make the choice. Second thing, I actually kind of leaned into this unintentionally by mentioning I closed the chair story with a reference to sitting in the sun. Keen-eared viewers might have noticed that, or perhaps will notice in the future, when we amass a bigger audience at the start, might have noticed a different song played over the starting soon. Indeed, we now have two artists whose cool music I'm gonna make a little use of here, on the starting soon screens at least. Maybe I should start like playing interlude music or intermission music if I go on intermission too. But the artist is called The Sun. She is a person, a poster from Blue Sky is how I'm familiar with her. But she also makes a little bit of electronic music. I'm not qualified to judge electronic music in any way, but I think that one, Infinite Blooming Flower, that I played here, like the first time I heard it, I was like, well, this is a bop. Yeah, I was just listening to it because I was like, oh, hey, it's my favorite poster making a song. But it's actually good, which is a relief. Not a relief. It's not going to have to tell her if I didn't like it. But it's nice to be able to say, hey, it's really good. And then get the dopamine hit if she pressed like. Yeah, so I was like, how, gotta ask her for permission. So I worked up the courage. Not that it wasn't that hard, but you do think like, man, what if just, I don't want some weird reply guy using my song, or like, look at my follows and it turns out I follow someone toxic or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of a funny thing because I got an invite code to Blue Sky like before there were even a million users there. Blue Sky, if you're not familiar with it, it's just Twitter, except there are actual structural ways in which it's different from Twitter, but it's basic, like the user experience is like Twitter, except way less fascist. And in the early days, it was invite only, but I got an invite code pretty early, not because I'm a poster of any note. And so I went, and the first thing I did, because I was like a lot of people just getting off the Twitter ship under its new ownership, I started amassing the people I followed in my list just by by looking up people who I liked on Twitter. Although with Twitter, I was a weird Twitter user. I had all kinds of posters I liked to follow, but I didn't actually follow them. Like I didn't have a feed. I always just like remembered who I liked and went to them. And then if I saw a tweet, they'd retweeted someone else who I liked. I was like, oh, I'll go check their whole page right now. Read their tweets in order. I still occasionally do that on Blue Sky, but Blue Sky has a non-algorithmic feed. You just get the people you follow in chronological order. So that usually gets the job done for me. But anyway, I joined up pretty soon. So at first I'm just following, journalists and video game related people and, people related to my interests who I already followed on Twitter. And then, because there's no algorithm, what I wound up getting exposed to was who they were replying to and reposting and quote posting and so on. And then, so every now and then I would see either a good joke or an interesting comment about something, or a pretty picture, people posting selfies or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. It's nice to see it, you scroll in the feed, see a pretty person, cool makeup, especially because like I was trying to learn makeup. So like saw a girl with cool makeup. It's like, all right, I'm going to follow her and see if I can, figure anything out. And so I stumbled into sort of following like a bunch of people who I don't know story. I think that they kind of came to know each other through social media, but it's a group of friends. And it kind of reminds me when I was a kid, I got dragged to Sunday school every Sunday. And at the Sunday school, it was like the majority of the Sunday school class were kids whose parents were all really involved in the church and who all went to the same school and lived in the same neighborhood and were friends. And so like they had all their dynamics. And while I am obviously a loquacious adult, I was a shy kid. And so my Sunday school experience was just kind of sitting there listening to other people. And they're a bunch of strong personalities and nice people. And so I wound up feeling like, I've really got to know these people, even though they don't know anything. But years later, I got invited to a D&D game. And it turned out that two of the other players were people that from the Sunday school, who I have like fully formed personality profiles and impressions of, just from my memories of being around them as they interacted with each other. And they didn't remember me at all. I think eventually, because like there were a few things, like remember I was the narrator in this Christmas play, stuff like that. Eventually, maybe they sort of were like, oh yeah, the quiet kid, sure, whatever. But it's kind of neat because it was neat to find out that they were just the people I thought, like I had correctly formed impressions of what they were like, with new things mixed in. When they were like, pre-adolescents, they were talking about politics or whatever in church. And so this is all to say that it kind of feels like that on Blue Sky, in the sense of like these people who are like a group of friends, some of whom are like also notable major posters, although the poster who is the sun might be my favorite poster, because she combines being having like stupid wordplay brainworms, which speaks to me, with pretty selfies with cool makeup, and then every now and then an interesting, thoughtful post, and then about her life and experiences, and then occasionally video games or music or whatever. She agrees with me that, at least so far, Robin's Sexistential is the album of the year, things like that. So it's this kind of thing where it's like, oh, they're my little phone buddies. But like, every now and then, I don't even reply that often. I reply, maybe one of them says something. I'm the quiet kid in Sunday school, but being like, oh yeah, I know who all these people are because I'm here observing them. Okay, let's do strawberry. No, you know what? A little hard in the eyes. Let's do peanut. We're gonna do the ones that are hard on the eyes again, but not today. Let's do peanut today. Boom. Shifting mine to peanut. Let's go. Oh, wait. There was one last thing on the agenda, even though I'm probably going to wind up repeating this in the near future when, there's someone here. Some of the regulars who might actually be interested. However, okay, here's an old drag picture of me. Not that old. Yes, I'm in flats. They don't let you bowl in platform heels. Went to my buddy's birthday. But anyway, otherwise, it's not bad. It was pretty good. Had a show last night, and worth noting, absolutely my worst drag performance ever. Like, I would say worse than my stumbled through while looking like garbage, like first amateur, faculty participant in the student drag show. Just, here to be supportive. Not like, it was in the middle of that crummy performance that I was like, oh, this is what I was supposed to do with my life. I've wasted my youth. Yeah, last night I sucked. Like, I sucked enough that the MC, my sister, basically immediately as my performance ended, announced to the audience that I sucked and described why I sucked in a shady, I think it was supposed to be shade and not hurtful. It hurt. It did not feel good, but what can you do? Frustrating too, just because I didn't have a microphone. If we're reading each other, like, that's fun. But whatever, shit happens. It was a bad performance. I didn't have fun while I was doing it, which is the only time I've ever in my life not had fun performing. But whatever. The next one's not till the end of July. So that's 2 months I'm going to spend getting better at everything and preparing and having a good plan and song choices that I'm interested in, which is another problem. Anyway, but we did have the show last night, and while the performance wasn't any good on my part, oh man, hold on. I have to do a stupid thing. One sec. This might not even work. one of the two pictures is not in format that OBS wants to read. There. Saving. Okay, we're ready. So this was the look. Pictures aren't great. Absolutely nothing went great, except the looks. Even if the pictures don't quite capture them. But I really like this. Although the midriff part is supposed to be covered by that pink. Okay, you know what? It sucks. Everything sucks. I'm garbage. But I did perform in this, which is pretty fierce. The performance sucked again. I'm not trying to pretend it was any good, but I did look good, and that's half the battle. All right, let's do something I am good at: playing video games while speaking aloud. Looks like Jeff is paralyzed. No. What is happening to Jeff? Or is Jeff paralyzed? But yes, but paralysis must be the next healing. So we have to take him to the to a hospital. We have a map. There is a hospital here. We'll try to avoid the evil taxis. Ideal to fight them with all of our people able to move. I'm not busy right now. Shall I explain about the hospital system? No, thank you. Yeah, well, actually I am pretty busy. Thanks, lady. I can examine each one of you for $70. Sure. Who's sick? Jeff. You can only treat an illness. Oh, okay, so this is a healer thing. No, you may not believe it. I'm a healer. You have some illness that cannot be treated at the hospital. It's my job to cure you. Do you need some help? Yes. Would you please restore feeling? 110 bucks. My friend Jeff. He's done it. There. You're already healed. Can I do my job, Phil, or what? Yeah, that was excellent. And for a reasonable fee. Okay. We're in Summers. And I think the thing to do now is to play the game. Just explore. I don't remember exactly what the next step is. East of here is the port town of Toto. No, I'm not a billboard. To go to Scaraba, you need to cross the sea. However, a monster named Kraken lives in the open sea. He attacks ships that pass through. Are you scared? Well, yes. Because I've played Return of the Oberdin. Shop? If you be heading to Scaraba, you have to shop here. Things are expensive down there. So, what are you looking for? We'd like to buy, sir. What would you like to buy, then? Nothing. Please come again. Just wanted to make sure. But I think we actually spent a lot of money at a different shop when we arrived in Summers. Do you know about the Stoic Club in Summers? You need to call a secret number for a reservation if you want to get in. What? Yeah, I'll give you the secret number. I'll warn you though, it's a strange place. Okay. Well, now we have a secret number to a secret nightclub. Oh, phone call. Hello, Jeff? Oh, happy day. I finally got a hold of you. Wait, I should have realized. It's like there's either Dr. Andernuts or Tony. But I shouldn't have assumed. I shouldn't have gone in the Dr. Andernuts direction. Why is he going to call his son? I finally got a hold of you. Oh, Jeff. Hi, it's me. Tony? I'm collecting players' names for a school project. You know, players just like you. That's right, you. The one holding the controller. Would you register your name, please? Don't spell your name wrong. All right. Spell my name. Correctly. As requested. Thanks, game player. Thank you very much. Is this correct? Yep. This is actually... On the off chance anybody's, for some reason, committed to watching this whole long play and hasn't played EarthBound, I don't want to give it away. But what they just did was actually pretty clever. I apologize for any trouble this might have caused you. Don't put my friend Jeff in any dangerous situations, okay? I worry about him. I really do. Well, talk to you later, Jeff. I hope that I can see you again when you're feeling up to it. From Tony. It ends like he's signing a letter, which is kind of odd. You got that? Well, I've been on the phone too long. Gotta go. Good luck. Take care. So long. This time I'm really gonna hang up. Goodbye. Beep. Tony's a great friend. You gotta give him credit. He really does care about Jeff. I'm a grave robber. I was scared of the pyramid in Scaraba, so I didn't go in. But I tell people that I saw mummy-type monsters with my very own eyes. I played the Demon Souls remake recently. All of the mainstream opinions you've heard about it are correct. It's good, but why do they have to make all those weird design choices? Why not just apply their technical skill to imitating the game as we love it? I don't want to go out to sea because of the Kraken. I mean, any normal person would feel the same way. And I thought I was reminded, because I'd played Demon Souls before, it's very funny is the character Grave Robber Blige. It's like, why would you, even if that's your profession, like why would you put that as your name? Like, why would you introduce yourself to people as Grave Robber Blige? I'm a grave robber. It's not really a, wholesome activity. And just like that guy. Of course, that guy follows it up. I'm a grave robber, but also I'm not, brave about it. Have I spoken to you? Dinosaurs existed. I saw one. British. Hail. This feels like a vacation right now. Sitting in my regular room, playing the game I've been playing after all these disruptions lately. I hope you're doing well. I haven't checked in. What's the job search situation like for you, British? I know you were looking around. Had your eye on the exit sign. It had been out of the underground when it dried out. Of course, it was dead. Believe what I'm saying. Congratulations. Please tell me as much or as little as you're comfortable discussing. At this stage. What does this sign say? There's graffiti on the board. The handwriting's hard to read. Ness can eat my shorts. For a neighbor, he's a loser. Most likely, of course, that was Pokey. But we can't rule out that while Pokey's out taking over the world and dragging his dad along to give him nepotism jobs, we couldn't say for sure that Pokey's mom and his brother, Picky, aren't the ones enjoying themselves here. I've gone in the museum, I believe. It's tough to argue with that kind of job security. For better and for worse. Mostly for better. I really do enjoy my job. Even if some of the things you're supposed to want, I think, as an adult, like advancement in, like, there's no, I'm not going anywhere career-wise. I'm just gonna do this one job because I got a job that's pretty secure, but it's also a good job. You should know better. You cannot get in without paying admission. It's $3 per person. You'll pay, won't you? Yes. Well, please go right in. Ask someone inside for more detailed information. But yeah, in terms of like just, especially because, you know, I don't know how much the German situation mirrored this, and then obviously you're an engineer, so maybe you had a little bit more luck navigating the Great Recession. But in 2008, that was when I, like, right after the financial crash, was when I first started trying to get someone to give me like a grown-up job. And so the long period of underemployment and stuff like that, and instability, and like getting my foot on the bottom rung of the ladder, and then like, oh no, sorry, we're canceling all temp contracts to balance the budget in the middle of the year or something with the government, certainly made security very appealing to me once I could get it. Although it does, yeah, we've already looked into the museum. It does help that I enjoy the work. There are, of course, and I know you know this, oof, yeah, wow. That is a substantial difference. Like that's a real, like, money or security, right? So it's a dilemma, but of course, and I know you know this, definitely worse dilemmas to have than I've lined up a job, but I might have lined up a second job, and they both have, you know, obvious pros. So I got to choose between two good options. Let's see if we can get into the secret club. Ness picked up the receiver. It's called the Stoic Club. Hello, this is the Stoic Club. Oh, Ness, sir, would you like to make a reservation? Certainly. We're looking forward to having you here. Thank you. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Now, one problem here, and this is on me. I forget. Is the Stoic Club in the hotel? It's okay. If we go back to the same guy, he'll remind me. Was it the guy in this home? Or was the guy outside? It's definitely not this guy. This guy loves Scaraba, though. Well, we have no choice but to just speak to everyone here till we remember. It's not this guy. He's the grave robber. You know the Stoic Club, Summers? You need to call the secret number for a reservation if you want to get in. What? Yeah? Give me a secret number. I warn you though, it's a strange place. Okay. So just the Stoic Club is here in Summers. So I think that's just our next step. Find the Stoic Club. I might have already found and been rejected for entry when we arrived in Summers and did a bit of exploration last time. But I couldn't say for sure. Scaraba Cultural Museum. Hieroglyph exhibition. Currently under reconstruction. Oh. Oh! Didn't even see it coming. Fortunately, I guess it makes sense. You know, sometimes the enemies cluster up and sometimes they don't. I wonder if it's just, you know, the crazy taxi doesn't like the sign that tells it there's a speed A single random enemy is an enemy that we will defeat with basic physical attacks. And we might as well take on this taxi too, even just for the benefit of the other people here. It's not a crazy taxi, it's just a little mad. Ness, very good at holding his breath. When someone rolls coal on him, gives him a face full of exhaust fumes. $779 experience each. So I think, did the sign give more than the taxi? Who knows? Didactically speaking, seminal evidence seems to explicate the fact that your repudiation of entropy supports my theory of space-time synthesis. Of this, I am irrefutably confident. I've finally awakened the inner me, the true self. The patrons of this club are able to stare into their own soul hard enough to burn a hole in their psyche. I'm now comfortable enough to stare at the real me, the true self, and burn the impression into my superego. I want to be in this comfort zone at any time, all the time, or at no time. My id is telling me. I don't know that Itoi-san, when he was writing this part, went back and read the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius or anything to really capture Stoic thought. Kind of just getting, this is the nerd club for high-level academic discussion, which is also good. You guys can't envision the final collapse of capitalism? Incredible. I think it's a very complicated issue. Oh, sorry. I was sleeping. Even in their dreams, these people speak in platitudes that they think make them sound smart. I really want to eat some magic cake. It's a mysterious work of art. I can't get that cake off my mind. There's only one woman who can make magic cake. She's hanging out in this club. Yeah, she's over there at the entrance. Anyway, the absolute irony and study of self-identification is blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to do. Well, we'll ask him about that in a moment. You don't understand what the hey everyone is talking about, do you? I don't either, but I try to be patient with the customers. They pay high prices just for a glass of water and the chance to have serious intellectual discussions. Actually, it's an easy business. You want a drink? We only serve water, though. Joe, it's already started. Everyone stares at the stone on stage and philosophizes. Doesn't it sound stupid? Sounds a little stupid. Dr. Johnson, Samuel Johnson, the seminal critic, essayist, lexicographer of the Enlightenment, once participated in a public debate where, to make an argument against the philosophy of non-materialism, he kicked the stone and said, "I refute the argument thus." It's real, isn't it? Okay, good. I was like, I hope there's new dialogue at the end of this that confirms this is the Magic Cake NPC. What? What? Magic cake? You came all this way just to eat my magic cake? Yes. I see. Okay. Why don't you stop by a little cart out on the beach later? Sure thing. Let's right now. Yep, we have an empty spot. Is the magic cake, I believe, as well as I can remember, the precipitating event for when we leave these three behind for a moment. For a moment I was like, I was correcting SOND to sound by putting a U in. Like a D&D sound. Song. Can't heal dumb. Yeah. I'm sure there are many DMs who have agonized over the fact they thought they were setting up something easy for their players, and their players are screwing it up and getting themselves killed through their own foolishness. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Oh, magic butterfly. And we've used a few psychic points, so it's not even something I'm just doing for the commitment to the bit. I do believe you should always chase down the magic butterflies. Ness and his friends are children, and they're being put on the spot to save the entire world. They deserve every bit of relaxation they can get. Oh man, we got a classic beach bully here. It's not literally Moose from the Archies, but he's Moose adjacent. This guy kicking sand in nerds' faces. Well, let's see how cocky and in command he is when he's been beaten up by children. Tough guy came out swinging. Ooh, 5 hit points of damage. If this grown adult man who calls himself a tough guy wailed on Ness for a few minutes, he might be able to knock a child out. Ness and his friends, 3,100 experience. It's not bad. Enemy left a present. Inside there's a chick. We take it. And then we set it free. It's okay. He doesn't drop it and then like stomp on it. It'll be fine. Where's the little magic cake card? Does the magic cake turn out to be a poison? Does it teleport? I feel like this is some kind of trap that winds up sending us to meet I'm not positive, but my nearest memory of what happens next is that we move on to the, Paula contacts Pooh, and he comes to save us. I don't even remember why. This can't be the card, can it? We've got some really spectacular things. What would you like? No, we don't need any gelato. Engage the overzealous cop. And now he's back to normal. He's just a zealous cop now. Is the cart she's talking about just not on the beach? Did she say near the beach? By the beach? Summers is not too large a place. We'll figure it out. Give it time. I'm on a run of not great sleeps right now. Just, I'm wired in such a way from first, like a decade of being a janitor at a hospital. My shift started early in the morning. I still remember when I finally got Fireball in Path of Radiance. Oh, yeah, by the beach. My very first Fireball, I believe. And if it wasn't the first one, it was close to the first one. Vaporized at least one of my party members because I didn't know the range. And it might have also been an issue where I set it off inside, where it's a larger explosion. don't know who told you. You came from far off just to eat my magic cake? I thought making cakes would be the best career for me. Dig in. I used all leftover materials. This is a very special magic cake. Oh no. Oh no, what has she done? What's happening? Or is it a good thing? I guess we'll find out. Ness had a dream. It was a very clear and very strange dream. Do tell. Oh. Can't remember what this place is called, but I know what it is. Ah, Dalaam. Dalaam. In the Far East. In the case of this game, the Palace of Pooh, the Crown Prince. In this game, not that the Far East can't ever refer to India, but you might sometimes expect the Far East to refer to what am I trying to say? The Far East to refer to Japan or China. But I think that would not be exotic enough for Japanese players. So it's India-esque. Even as Pooh definitely has like Buddhist overtones. The meditation and the... Well, doesn't have a fully shaved head, but anyway. Prince Pooh, the time has now come for you to undertake your final trial. Go to the place of emptiness and endure this final test. Alright, this is my greatest trial. I had a genuine struggle with this the first time I got to it as a young man, like 12 to 13 year old with undiagnosed ADHD. Because I'm going to have to hold still for a while, not press a button. Fortunately, I know that's exactly what's going on, so I just won't press the button. We'll get it on the first try, hopefully. I'm praying for your success in this final stage of your training. Off. Yep. Use the treasures of Dalaam as you wish. Go in peace. Who opened the chest? Whoa! There's a couple life noodles inside. Who takes it? On the one hand, great item. It deserves the whoa. The one kicker is that item won't be useful until this segment is done. Not an item that helps the solo Pooh segment at all. Who opened the chest? Whoa! There's a brainstone inside. Who takes it? I believe that, increases IQ. I'm not sure. Actually, no. Oh, pardon me. That would be an IQ capsule. So what is this? Brainstone. Miraculous stone that enables you to concentrate without using your own brain. This is accomplished just by your keeping this item. This is great. If you can't concentrate, you can't use PSI. Okay, so it's a protection against the EarthBound equivalent of mute. Open the chest. Whoa! There's a brain food lunch inside. Who takes it? And that, I believe, is an item that heals both your HP and your PP, your psychic points. Not only is that true, pardon me, it does quite effectively. Nice. Hello? Is that you, Ness? Why are you disguising your voice like that? Who are you pretending to be? Oh, well, it's not a big deal. I suppose you need to have a sense of humor at a time like this. I deposited $1,405 into your bank account. Taking away what you spent, you should now have $12,483 in the bank. Well, experience to get to the next level. Who? $1,390. Anyway, what do you need from me? Please record my deeds, sir. All done. Ah, your dear old dad was also thinking about hitting the hay for the night. Created a record of your adventure to this point. Good night, sleep tight. What does Ness's dad do when he gets a business call? From like an external client? I assume when he gets internal calls, he knows not to assume it's his son disguising his voice. Does he never need to talk to anyone from who doesn't work in the same building? We're gonna continue. Ness, you like to work hard, just like your mother, but I don't think it's good to work too hard. Click. Back to work. Prince Pooh, you're my favorite. What is immortality? Is it everlasting life? Mm-hmm. You think he's pondering philosophy, but he's actually just quizzing you on the definitions of terms. Sweet. Woot. I guess that's the mantra. Oh, Prince Pooh, I'm surprised you're not in training. Seems like that's all you do these days. Why don't you take some time to play with me? I'm so lonely without you. In 1-ette, his hometown, Ness is just like, you know, the guy that all the other kids think is cool and look up to. Except for, obviously, Pokey and Picky. Here in Dalaam, who's the heartthrob? All the young Dalaamian girls. Can't get enough of them. Please, come in. Look around the house as much as you want. Which I hope entails stealing your stuff. Go open the chest. Whoa! It's a bottle of water inside. Who takes it? I think Pooh is just always impressed. Or maybe... it's coded for Pooh, because I bet we don't see these particular Dalaamian treasure chests, but I think it is coded in treasure chest, just like when the treasure chest is a trash can, special dialogue code. Okay. Yeah. Checking back to see if he had new dialogue. Yeah. It does not show enlightenment to steal my things. Oh, Prince Pooh. You have time to play with me? Ah, I knew it. Training changed you. I'm jealous of your training. Gotta train, I'm the crown prince. And I don't know it yet, but it's also my responsibility to save the world. I just roasted some garlic and ate it. The room still stinks. One of the most useless cooking directions I ever saw in a recipe. It said, add garlic, cook until fragrant. Because I don't know how familiar everyone in the audience is with garlic. But it's a fragrant plant, little bulb to begin with. Just, before you even cut it open, much less fry it. It's fragrant. I heard that Prince Pooh is deeply into mood training. I just want to help him if I can. You can't even see me, lady. This is me right here in front of you. You're talking to me like I'm not here. Open the chest. Whoa! There's a jar of deli sauce inside. Who takes it? This guy took like a trip to Eagle Land and brought some deli sauce. Because you can't tell me that deli sauce is Dalaamian in origin. That's an Eagle Land condiment. You know that you do everything well, right? Oops. Say, Prince Pooh, are you still popular with the girls? Yes, turns out, yeah. I heard you're living a more serious lifestyle these days. Hold on. Let's see if there's any confirmed information that would tell me. How old is Pooh supposed to be? Depending on whether you're playing localization of the original, Ness is either 12, going on 13, or just 13. Pooh. He's older than Ness. Prince Pooh. You're such a hunk. He's not a big kid, but I think we should probably assume he's pretty limber and well and toned. This is a 14, 15-year-old kid with abs. Dalaam restaurant. We accept Eagle Land dollars. Thank goodness, because for some reason that's the money I'm carrying. I wish I could recover my PP just by drinking water. That's how it works in our world. Even though I've never seen him before. I heard that the prince can do that. I guess I need more training. By the way, just what is PP anyway? Well, you see, when our body is... We serve rice. Water, rice gruel, and those sorts of things. What would you like to do? I think we're probably okay. Goodbye. Please take care. I'll be taking your stuff, I'm sorry. World-saving stuff. Who opened the chest? Whoa! It's a bowl of rice gruel inside. Why would you pay for it? Well, you can get a cold one out of this box. Who opened the chest? Whoa! It's a bottle of water inside. Who takes it? Let's bring this camera a little in. I'll sit back a little more. Slightly more comfortable. I was finally honing in on optimally comfortable playing console games on the stream seating position. It's okay. We'll recover. We'll get back on track. Figure out a new plan. Who takes the bottle of water? What are these rabbit heads? Strange as this may sound. Oh, they're not dudes, they're statues. Strange as this may sound, there's statues of rabbits. I'm sure Pooh knows what it's all about. This is Moon, the place of nothingness. People who train here must first clear everything from their mind. You can make your mind blank, learn the true meaning of Moon. Pass through. Who is Moon? Hey there, baby. You have nice eyes. You must be Prince Pooh. Yeah, there's like a dozen, maybe a handful more people living on this mountain. You should know who I am. I'm the crown prince. Long ago, I completed Moon training. I want to show you a higher level of intelligence. However, I'm still realizing that learning is higher. See you again. So long. But he's somewhere on the path to it. He's got the tornado magic level. Now that I think about it, I suppose Ness technically does too. Okay.
Ah, Prince Pooh. I'm a messenger from your master. He sent me to tell you you must stop your meditation immediately. Prince Pooh, you must come back with me instead of staying in a place such as this. Your master wishes it. Please rise, Prince.
This is part of the test, right?
Your Highness, you must give up this trial for now. Believe what I say.
At least he doesn't have to put his hand in a pain box.
It is the truth.
In between attempted distractions, we meditate. Because not touching the controller is the key here. Except to advance the distract you dialogues when they happen. This is going to turn out to take an embarrassingly short amount of time to work or something. And the fact that I struggled with it when I was young. We'll see. Prince Pooh, I am the spirit of your ancient lineage. To complete our trial, I'm going to break your legs. So, okay, Pooh has his hand in the pain box. But at least you... I know if you fail the test, you just have to do it again. There's no gums or bar in his throat.
You will lose the use of them. Do you accept this?
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Having your legs broken would be pretty high level damage.
So, Prince Pooh, you cannot walk as your legs are broken. Next, I will tear your arms off. I shall then take your arms and feed them to the crows. You'll feel a slight itch. Itch will grow. The taking of your arms. Do you accept this?
Yep. Oh. But turns out having his legs smashed and then his arms torn off is too much.
Ah, Prince Pooh. Without legs and arms, you can only lie there. Now, I'll cut your ears off. You do not mind my taking your hearing away, do you? Do you accept this?
And now we can't even hear the meditative humming sound.
So, Prince Pooh, no legs, no arms, and no sound. By floating words through the air, I must ask you, do you care if I take your eyes? Do you want to live in eternal darkness? I shall steal your sight. Do you accept this?
Yes. Fade to black.
So, Prince Pooh, now I can only communicate directly with your mind. Your mind, your mind. Your mind is all that you have left. In the end, I will take your mind. Though you probably don't want to allow that, do you? So, you can't answer. You can't even move. Are you sad? Are you lonely? If you lose your mind, you also lose any feelings of sadness. Do you accept this? I will take your mind, Prince Pooh. Know that I will possess it. Prince Pooh, you have now completed your training. The old master must be so pleased. Hurry now and return to the palace.
Okay. I am like... Maybe I created a false memory, because there is the literal, you just have to wait 3 minutes thing earlier in the game. But I don't think so. Because there's a lot of elements to make this memory very specific. First time I got to Summers, like the first time I got this fire in the game, I was specifically at my grandmother's, but then I couldn't get further than this. Because at that time, we were at my grandmother's, I couldn't go on the internet. So I couldn't look up a walkthrough and say, sit still. But the period of time you have to sit still for was so short. How did I get past? I guess I got past the one where it literally tells you 3 minutes, purely on the strength of that. But I don't know. At any rate, we've done it. I didn't remember, but I thought I figured that it would turn out that it was during that meditation test is when Paula contacts Pooh, but I guess not.
I am proud. You have completed your moon training. There's nothing more to teach you from the holy writings. Prince Pooh, I shall relay a message to you from eternity. The evil entity that controls all wickedness is preparing for the greatest struggle of all time. The only ones who can challenge the entity are 3 boys and 1 girl. One named Ness is the leader of the 4. One of the boys is you, Prince Pooh. Now that you've completed your training, Search out Ness at once.
So the effects of the magic cake are stopping Paula from doing this task.
For all beings, for the earth herself, pray for growth in the might of the four.
It worked. Whose level's now 16? Offense up 2, defense up 2. This is a multiple of 4. I hope we get some babies. Speed up 2, guts up 2, vitality up 1, IQ up 2, luck up 2. No, maximum hit points up 15. Oh, okay, at least 1. That rocks! Maximum PP went up by 10. Who realized the power of shield beta? Whose level's now 17? Offense up 1, defense up 1, HP 2, PP 1. Who realized the power of teleportation alpha? Whose level's now 18? Offense up 1, defense up 2, maximum hit points up 1, PP up 2. Who realized the power of teleport beta? How could it be an improvement? Oh, I'm going to put a marker down. It's sure it doesn't require a runway, I bet. And Pooh arrives.
My name is Pooh. I am the one who will fight beside you. I am the servant of Ness. I will obey Ness. Ness, my life is in your hands.
Who joined you? So, it's not super clear to me what the mechanism was. Why did the magic cake cause that to happen? I don't know. What is... We got some offense and some defense, some recovery. A little assist, a little teleport. Oh, and what is the teleport beta difference? You don't need a running approach. It's also called the tornado teleport. It's the very thing that guy was saying, I wish I could teach you, but I just can't. Well, it turns out I can learn. It's not even that hard. Okay, Pooh leveled up, but that should happen relatively quickly, at least in the early going. Time stops moving. Ness and his friends gained 905 experience each. Not bad. Okay. I wanted to go where? The shop. Is Pooh currently like... Yeah. Not equipped at all. And it's not a monk as high unarmored defense gimmick either. I don't know though. Who can apparently equip this stuff, but it doesn't seem to affect his stats.
That kung fu like hairstyle. You look so cool. I may fall in love with you. Do you think I'm too forward? There's a big monster living in the sea between here and Scaraba. I've seen a picture of it.
Who's getting an even more intense version of the kind of paralysis alpha? Numbed up Jeff. Going to the hospital. The classic culture shock of the monk character who has to wander off into, the modern world on a quest. Because he doesn't just, have to get used to, these cars zooming around. Some of the cars have faces painted on them and they attack you. The street signs pry themselves up off the ground, come for you. It's intense. Okay. I'm gonna crack a window. 1 second. We're still dealing with false spring. Well, I mean, it's spring, but it's not like, you know, the last days of spring weather. Brisk. It's chilly out in our fair city. Okay. Jeff's got the feeling back. Nobody's beaten up enough that I'm worried. Who's close to his next level? He's got a lot of levels to gain to catch up. It'll obviously help when we get into a more challenging area. Okay, who shows up? And then... should we talk to the magic cake vendor again? Go to Club Stoic again? Go to the museum again? I don't know.
I can no longer make magic cakes. But it doesn't matter, because now I'm selling magic tarts, which taste even better than magic cakes. I only have this.
One magic tart. Well, she said it's even better, so let's get it.
You're going to buy my magic tart? Who's going to carry it?
Give it to our new friend here.
Ooh, thank you very much. Would you like to buy anything else?
No.
You reminded me how much I love this job.
I bet the magic tart either is a red herring item that's not that special or restores a lot of PP. Magic tart. Covers about 20 PP. Okay. So the truth lies somewhere in between. It's neither a gimmick item nor a good item. So it goes. Let's see about the magic cake man. The woman who sells magic cakes seems to have been removed from the members list. Okay. I don't remember well enough.
Right now, part of the Scaraba Cultural Museum is being remodeled. Do you still want to enter?
Yes.
$3 per person. Study hard.
And over $12. So I did study my multiplication tables hard. I know exactly how much she's asking for. I can multiply 3 by 4. I'm on the Faculty of Engineering at a research university. I know all about 3 times 4. This room is being remodeled, so I can't show it to you. Oh, the samurai kid is here. Will he be giving me that gem? Yes. You're such a good student. I'm impressed by your passion for learning. Come in. Pooh had the secret admission gem. That's good. Excellent. Do you feel like you're really experiencing this great historical period? The experience is more valuable than a small gem. Ha ha ha. The other day, a rich kid came to Summers by helicopter. He also took a picture of the hieroglyphs. I got lots of money from him. Only one at a time. The Shattered Man attacked. It's a cool name for your first, it's an interesting choice for the first mummy enemy. Who has the mirror ability, which I assume means he does back whatever the Shattered Man does, if he acts second. Let's find out. Ooh. This thing hits hard and has pretty good defense, it seems. Who relaxed, took a deep breath, but he could not turn into Shadow Man. Okay, so he tries to fully sort of transform. And then I guess he's kind of got a gal thing going on. Final Fantasy VI character whose whole gimmick is imitating the abilities of different monsters. Okay, in this case, here's how we're going to do this. Ness keeps Jeff alive. Paula takes a chance on Thunder Beta. No, on Freeze Pie. In the move to use here. But Jeff's going to find out for sure by doing Spy. And let's try once more to see if Pooh can turn into a Shattered Man. Paula tried. Pie freeze pie. 347 damage. Jeff spies on the Shattered Man. Offense 104, defense 138. Vulnerable to paralysis. Reached out with an icy hand. Didn't work on Jeff. Okay. Well, if he's vulnerable to paralysis. Pardon me. Wait. Does thunder cause paralysis? Let's have Pooh uses thunder anyway. Ah, Shattered Man's defeated. Lots of experience, like 11,000 experience. Paula's level at 37. Guts up 1. HP up 3. PP up 2. Paula realized the power of PSI Fire Pie. Flaming Pie. Generally regarded as the good Paul McCartney album of the 1990s. Sir Paul did a one great album per decade thing after the Beatles for a while. He had Band on the Run in the 70s. Not that there aren't good songs on other Paul McCartney albums. He's famously a pretty good songwriter. But for my money, great albums that he put out in his solo career. Like, people make an argument for McCartney and McCartney. Well, not McCartney too, but McCartney. But Band on the Run with Wings. Tug of War in the 80s. Terrific album. It does have Ebony and Ivory on it, which is a catchy but, absolutely cringeworthy song. And the third one, Flaming Pie. Then you get into the 21st century. That I guess he looked up and was like, I'm not gonna live I'm not gonna live forever. Better just make them all bangers. He has a new album. I gotta get the new album. Whose level is now 19? Oh baby! Wait, Pooh got an oh baby on level 19? Intriguing. Offense up 4. Defense up 1. Speed up 1. Vitality up 1. HP up 12. Whose level is now 20? Offense up 2. Oh, baby! This one is a multiple 4, though. Defense up 5. Speed up 2. Guts 1 up 1. Luck 1 up 1. Hit points up 1. Whose level is now 21? Offense up 1. Vitality up 1. Maximum hit points up 14. Who realized the power of PSI Magnet Alpha. So is it possible for all of the characters to sometimes get an oh baby that rocks? The third great thing? Or is that a special property of Pooh, or is that something that happens when a character is being caught up in levels? I don't remember it ever happening to, the other one. Paula. Well, we kind of know the answer here, which is just to beat this guy out. I'm not sure if thunder causes paralysis, and this guy's vulnerable to paralysis, so let's try it at least. Who's still not a high enough level to be a meaningful contributor. Oh good, we froze him. 92 damage to the Shattered Man. And then it blast again, didn't hit anyone. He cracks the thin layer of ice. He's like a Breath of the Wild enemy. Not gonna stay frozen forever. Big hit on Pooh, which is rough because Pooh's the one who we want to make sure, life up beta, is alive at the end of the fight so he can gain experience. He's alive. You won. 11,000 experience. Enemy left the present. In the present, there's a mummy rat. Ness took it. Jeff's level is now 40. That's a multiple of 4. Oh, baby. Offense went up 4. Defense up 2. Oh, baby. Speed up by 3. Guts up 2. Vitality went up 1. Oh, baby. IQ went up by 3. Luck went up by 2. Hit points up 14. Pooh's level is now 22. Oh, baby. Nice. Offense up by 3. Defense up by 1. IQ up 1. Hit points up 3. PP up 2. Pooh's level is now 23. Offense up 2. Defense up 2. Speed up 1. HP up 1. PP up 2. Bit by bit. And the important thing, of course, Pooh read the hieroglyphs.
To fight against the invaders, we built this pyramid fortress. However, our efforts were futile, and we lost. Nevertheless, our pyramid was protected by the gods of Scaraba. The invaders will be reborn every millennium and will attack again.
Even now, the invaders hide beyond space and time and build their evil stronghold. It occurs to me, tomorrow I'm starting the relatively recent independent point-and-click adventure game, Dreams in the Witch House, which is based on the work of H.P. Lovecraft. Not the work, but also very specifically the short story Dreams in the Witch House. And I hadn't thought about it, but that means for at least a little bit here, we have a cosmic horror theme. I don't know if you can count Maniac Mansion, even though there's literally an evil comet. It's cosmic horror. But we definitely have a Lovecraftian horror gigas to deal with here. And we'll certainly have Lovecraftian horrors to deal with in the Lovecraftian horror story. A place out of time is beyond the dark, and is even further, beyond the lost underworld. The deep darkness is shrouded, it is without light. Only one with the hawk eye can pierce the dark. The Sphinx now watches over everything, waiting for the coming of a truly brave hero. Something 4325. Don't know if it's important for me to remember this organically, but we have the technology, paper, to do so. So I'll just draw the shape here in the margins of a random page in a notebook. 4, 2, 5, 3. Dance in front of the Sphinx. Light bulb. Ness, let's go to Scaraba. The pyramid is the key. Yes, thank you, Pooh. I guess we're supposed to infer that Pooh didn't read the translation aloud.
Wait 1 second. Here's a picture of the hieroglyphs just for you. The reward for studying so hard.
Paula got the hieroglyph copy. Use it in your human civilization class. Haha. Thank you, sir. Fortunately, Pooh doesn't care about a precious gem. He's learned about nothingness, so what's the value of some worldly good? The phone's ringing and the lady's gone. That's interesting. Hello! Is this Mr. Fork of the Scaraba Cultural Museum? Doesn't sound like you. Well, I'll quickly tell you my story, because I'm busy. So I found something so extraordinary that mere words cannot do it justice. What do you mean, who am I? Don't you recognize my voice? It's me, Mr. Spoon, from the Fourside. It doesn't matter what voice I did for Mr. Spoon, but I'll make him a little nerdier if he's a curator. It's me, Mr. Spoon, from the Fourside Museum of Natural History. Look, Mr. Fork, I'm not exaggerating this find. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. It's outrageous. Beep. All right. Well, it's time for even more culture shock for young Pooh. Off to Fourside. I guess the idea is either that one of them has a world map they show, a map of the world. We don't call it a world map in real life. Or they're just, maybe they just describe, how they felt when they were in Fourside, and that's what he needs to hone in on. I don't know. But at any rate, you can teleport to Fourside. The museum there. Tornado style. Okay. Well, the museum's not flagged, but that's okay, because it's over here. When in doubt, just remember. Bum, 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 bum.
Dinosaur Museum doesn't have any real dinosaurs. They're all replicas. I'm sure everyone knows them. They'll want to go see dinosaurs. Pay $5 a piece for the entrance fee. Is that okay?
Sure.
Please enter. You'll find an academic researcher inside.
Cool. This is not him, though. I wonder how many animals go extinct before human beings discover them. I want to see a live dinosaur sometime in my life. Hey, be careful with what you wish for, sir. You want to know something extraordinary? You know, there's a new singer named Venus at the top of the theater. Could you bring me her autograph on an eraser? Then, I'll show you something extraordinary. Oh, if you can get her autograph on anything, don't worry about the eraser. I don't care if the autograph is written on toilet paper. Well, hopefully, at the club, they either have erasers or toilet paper available. You know what? If they have erasers available, I still also hope there's toilet paper. Call me old-fashioned. You want to buy a ticket? Yes. $30, please. Thanks a lot.
Please have your tickets ready.
Oh, right. Not gonna hold our hand. We need to remember which item is ticket. This one.
Thanks a lot. Please hurry. The show will be starting any moment.
But is she in her... This is not her dressing room. I hope the show doesn't start right away. Oh, it doesn't matter. Even if they let us get into her room to talk to her before the show. They're definitely going to make us watch her performance.
Ah, you're a friend of the Runaway Five. Did you come to see Miss Venus?
Come inside quickly.
Don't let the other fans see you enter. Oh, you want an autograph? Okay. I'll give you my autograph on this banana peel. Here you go.
Yeah, I've got the signed banana.
Oh, and this is a bonus.
Not appropriate, ma'am. I am 12 or 13 years old. Maybe she went right to the back line and kissed Pooh. Who's like 15, so that makes it okay, right?
Oh, hi.
Whoa, lady attacking. It's another thing about, it's culture shock for Pooh. He probably understands the whole, what's actually happening here, Pooh, is not that everyone in Eagle Land is this aggressive. The influence of the evil Gigas. Ness's level now 46. Offense up 1, guts up 1, vitality up 1, hit points up 10. Pooh's level is now 24. Oh, baby! But it's a multiple force, so it's not special. Offense went up 3. Oh, baby! Defense went up by 3. Speed went up 1. Guts up 1. Vitality up 1. IQ up 1. Luck went up 1. Hit points up 11. PP up 3. Who realized the power of Brain Shock Alpha. Oh, we're just going back to the museum. Now our like wrist bracelets or whatever, or stamps, should absolutely still be valid. But no, this disinterested receptionist is going to charge us again. She's not that into the museum, but it's very important to her to make sure the museum gets its thing. One thing I'm just going to say real quick to anyone, I don't know, if anyone watching this has played Balatro. I started playing Balatro just now, last week. I've had my first real big hand. Scored 17 million ships with a single hand. It's pretty good. Had a good confluence of cards. I had a legendary joker that caused every queen and king I played to double the mult. This means nothing to you if you haven't played Balatro. In Balatro, your score is based on two values from your poker hand multiplied by each other. The mult, the multiplier, and the chips that you get. So anyway, then I had a joker that makes the first card in the hand that you're playing trigger 3 times. And then I had another joker that picks one specific suit at the start of every round. Every card you play in this round multiplies the mult by 1.5. And then I had a card that was both a multiplier card, and it was a king. Multiplier card, so it adds +4 to the mult when it's played. And it was a hologram card, so it adds +10 to the mult when it's played, which meant that king went up, and I did a full house of 2 kings and 3 queens. So the 2 kings went up, and I had a couple of wild cards in there that matched for every, so like the suit multiplier was going to happen a lot. Anyway, it made a very big number. It was satisfying. You want to know about something extraordinary? Okay, right. Well, we got you one right in between toilet paper and an eraser. Actually, I think the eraser would still be the best thing out of those 3 options to have signed. You got it. Well, that banana peel has an authentic Venus autograph? Yep, there's no doubt about it. Now, for my promise. I'll tell you about something extraordinary. In the next room, there's a light shining from far, far below the manhole. There, I found a huge monster rat. Not trying to pull your leg. I'll let you go there. Check it out for yourself. I finally honed in on the Mr. Spoon voice when I saw him again. A little nerdy because he's a curator. A little gravelly because he's a 5 o'clock shadow sprite. Why is there an empty room in the back of the museum that just contains a manhole with direct sewer access? I don't know. But of course, you know what this sounds like. It sounds like a Your Sanctuary location. Time for a dungeon crawl. You engage the stinky ghost in its cohort. We're going for the deadly mouse, because mice have high guts and therefore get a lot of critical hits, so it makes it deadly. Ooh. Oh, wow. Mortal damage to Pooh, and I had not healed him up to full, so he's going down. Oops. That got off to a bad start. We're gonna bit of hasty retreat. So I don't want to use a cup of life noodles just to recover a stupid knockout that shouldn't have happened to me right at the start of the game. I'm not sure why I'm not speeding this up by, using magic attacks on a ghost that is obviously physical attack resistant. And now I've said that out loud, and I've broken through my own miasma. Boom. The stinky ghost melts into midair. Pop over to the hospital. I guess I should go. I think that Pooh is just a monk type character and doesn't equip things, or if he equips things, it's only special things. But maybe I'm wrong. So let's go to the department store and see if there's anything that can boost Pooh up. After he's, revived. He's about to find out about for-profit healthcare. $200 might not be enough to revive him. You know, it seems like maybe it'd be too dark for EarthBound for the Mother series, but it does seem like somewhat a missed opportunity for cultural commentary to not have ATMs available in the hospitals. Mad taxi. Oh, stop crying, Jeff. Not so bad. Well, we slip past the lady. Oh, this is the hotel. Oh, right. Hotel, then hospital. Let's get 1,050. Want a little bit of walking around money left after we help Pooh. Can we get Pooh back on his feet? Then I might as well double back to the hotel and rest. Hey, the lady is in the same position. I believe tells us something about how the randomly distributed enemies are kept track of. Because they are kept track. They're not just, determined. Their presence can't just be determined when you open the map. I guess it could be. I could have not enough data to say for sure that was the same extra cranky lady.
Who do you want to see?
Pooh.
Pooh was just brought in and is still unconscious. He's paid $150.
Oh, we had enough.
For the doctor's fee. I'm so glad that you recovered, Pooh. Back any time you need.
Although, hopefully, young man, you won't be frequently hospitalized for being beaten unconscious in the streets. Or in the sewers, for that matter. Welcome to the Monotoli Grand Hotel. A one-night stay will cost you $300. Would you like to stay? Yes, have a nice stay. We will have a nice stay. Thank you. I'm gonna push my luck and not call Ness's mom right now. Actually, I should check. What if Ness just this moment picked up the homesick status? He did not. I wonder if Ness becomes more resistant to homesickness as the adventure goes on. Like, is it affected by one of his stats? That would be a good way to sort of capture the coming of age aspect of the story. Through the museum, this is where we're going. Bum, 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 bum. It's a real racket they've got going here. These kids have paid a total of $60 in 2 days to walk past this one dinosaur replica. Just to get into the sewers. Okay, now this time, let's get off on the right foot by not having Pooh instantly killed. Filthy attack roaches. Can Pooh become one? Ness was terrified by the dominance display. I didn't read it. Get back in the habit of reading the unique text at least. Filthy attack roach B did a continuous attack, 27 and then 25 hit points. The other one knitted its brow, which is just one form of text that means it wasted its turn. Voluntarily. Jeff's body solidified when it leapt forward, spread its wings. That's the dominance display I referred to last time. Makes itself big. It seems like that should have worked on Jeff twice and not at all on Ness, who should be ready for that stuff by now. Ness and his friends got 5272 experience. The enemy left the present. In the present, the secret herb. Jeff took it. Paula's level is now 38. Offense up 1. Defense up 1. Speed up 1. Luck up 1. Maximum hit points up 2. PP up 2. Not bad. Now let's get revenge on the most. Oh, the stinky ghost came a running too. Well, we're going to deal with it with, PSI abilities. Paula does freeze by. Oh, I put it on the stinky. Oh, wait, I meant to put it on the stinky ghost. That's good. Who does beta? 133 damage. I've already forgotten what Paula did, but it's not a huge discrepancy, which is good. It means Pooh's on track to be a real good party member. 250 with... Okay, so a fair bit less, but it wasn't a negligible attack. Which is good, because it's both a lower grade of PSI ability and also, obviously, Pooh is much lower level. So presumably has lower IQ. I should double check that. Ness and his friends, 5601. Pooh's level is now 25. Defense up 1. Hit points up 1. PP up 2. Yeah, that's a classic not multiplied by 4 level up. Let's see. Paula has 28 IQ. And Pooh only has 11. Because he is much lower level. Can we get in the sewer water? We can get in the filthy sewer water. For now, we won't. We'll start by exploring the parts of the sewer that are less disgusting. Ness dug around in the trash can. I can't think of a place where I would less want to find out what's in the trash can than in a literal sewer. Let's see here. There's a croissant inside. Who takes it? And then there's another deadly mouse. And I didn't heal either of these dudes. It's gonna be okay. Maybe. Yes. As long as we get our guts up. Ness and his friends get 2307 experience each. And then Ness and his friends, remember, they're going to keep on getting attacked. Not sure Paula needs a beta to get there. I'm pretty sure Pooh will be okay at this stage with an alpha. Yep. Very good. Ness dug around the trash can. Let's see here. There's a broken iron inside. Pooh takes it. It's no good to Pooh. Jeff has been carrying that broken pipe and not fixing it for a little while now, huh? Maybe he'll have better luck with the broken iron. We've added a new character and almost maxed out the full party's further expanded inventory. We have to go in the filthy sewer water. Some things just gotta be done. Alright, this is the call. Time to find out how fire pie works. And Pooh is never even gonna have that. Can he mirror the stinky ghost? Probably not yet. But we'll find out. Fire pie, 265 to A, 247 to B. Jeff is possessed. I do not think the healing beta is going to be curing possession. Hopefully, another fire pie can get this job done. Tiny little ghost attacks Pooh. Okay, we're overcasting with Paula. It's an overcast day here, so it's appropriate. Who's level 26? Oh, baby. Offense up by 3. Defense up 2. Hit points up 1. PP up 2. Do not believe. Well, let's check. Let's be optimists. No. We've got this ghost. Unless we want to go... You know what? I think the ghost has the potential to be annoying enough. pain. But yeah, let's go back to the hospital. And then once again pay for the thing here. And I guess we should stay at the hotel unless we find a bunch of magic butterflies on the way to the hospital. Because we did use a lot of PP. A lot of psychic points from Paula there. Playing Mina the Hollower like any responsible citizen. Good. You heard it here last. I have nothing to add at this time. It's very good. I'd like to play some more of it, and probably will this evening. Unless I'm too sleepy. Which I might be. Very progressive hospitals in Eagle Land. They have the faith healers just hanging out in the lobby. Would you please purify Jeff? There, you're already healed. Can I do my job or what? Yeah, you're good at it, buddy. And you look the part of a weirdo with healing abilities. There we go. Working through the night, Jeff fixed the broken iron. Be nice if you fixed this broken pipe you've had for a while, Jeff, but hey. Boom. Slime generator. I assume the broken pipe must become something better. That's what I want to believe. Slime generator's fine. We'll probably just wind up throwing it out. In fact, is Jeff holding 2 slime generators? Yeah. Go see if we can sell it. Pardon me? Think this is the returns lady? Now, this is absolutely not a return. Ha! They'll buy it though. $210. Put it in the toy store. Kids love slime. As long as it's, you know, not toxic slime or anything. And it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't cause like a poison type effect. Museum, of course, right here. Okay. Oh, pardon me. I don't care. I'm not stopping just because I'm tired. Us versus one filthy attack roach. Knits its brow, and I think that move is going to cost it. Boom! Filthy attack roach is tamed. He's been smashed into bits with a baseball bat. And it's hard to do that to any kind of cockroach, much less a possibly gigantic cockroach. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a zoomed in view or whether it's actually at the scale from the screen. Pooh's level is now 27. Offense up 2, defense up 1, speed up 2. Vitality up 1, IQ up 1, hit points up 13. Who realized the power of Psi Magnet Omega. Omega. Let's keep trudging through the water first on the assumption we'll see pretty quickly. Okay. Now, even if we are ultimately going to proceed through the water, I think the off branches are back out of the ground back there. So we'll head back. Let's just have Paula do beta and Pooh do beta. On theory that we do want to try to conserve some PP here. Psychic points. 130 damage. 111 to the most. The exact same ability. Who actually did more damage to the Stinky Ghost? Okay, that was not actually mortal damage, I'm pleased to report. I think we want to fight on instead of healing immediately. That might be famous last words, but I think this is a get the fight done. The best defense is a good your opponent's being dead. It certainly helps. Okay, Dalaamian is tamed. Stinky Ghost has decided not to use its turn. The Stinky Ghost melts into thin air. Nice. Ness and his friends, 5601 experience. We're already past the point where the fairly large regular encounter experience point rewards are not enough to take Pooh up a level. Is Alpha enough for Jeff to get maxed out? Yeah, from around 100. Whoa. Filthy attack roach. Leaps forward, spreads swings. Doesn't work on Ness. However, smashing it with a baseball bat so hard it explodes in a spray of disgusting bug guts is effective. And it does work on the cockroach. Ness alone now 47. Oh, baby! That's also not a multiple of 4, so I guess it's just way more likely for them to happen on multiples of 4. Offense up 3. Defense up 1. Speed up 1. IQ up 1. Luck up 1. Hit points up 2. PP up 5. Paula's level's now 39. Offense up 1. Guts up 1. Luck up 1. HP up 3. PP up 1. Jeff's now level 41. Points up 2. That was not an impressive level up. Is the other ghost going to make it? No. I think we just fight it. Even with the fact that it'll take a little bit longer, I think it's worth it. Yeah. If he's going to focus on taking Paula, whose attacks do 1 damage, and reducing her physical attack power, I think we're going to be in good shape. Ah! And then, of course, I remember that there is a reason we might not want to prolong a fight with Stinky Ghost, and our leader is possessed. It's not great. I'm just gonna say, you know what? Let's hope that the little ghost isn't so bad in terms of how often it messes with Ness. Who's level 28? Oh, baby! Offense up 4. Oh, baby! Defense up 5. Speed up 1. Guts up 1. Vitality up 1. IQ up 1. Luck up 1. Hit points up 15. Psychic points up 6. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. This is just a room with trash can. Or trash cans, I was hoping to say. Jeff gets the broken spray can. If you can figure out how to spray it, it'll be something. Possibly just a defense spray, which I almost never use, but perhaps there'll come a time when it'll make sense. It'll be obvious. This is the moment. I think it's worth hitting them with a big spell from Paula. A big psychic ability. Psychic fire. High. In the 200s of damage to both. I think puts us in the position where we're ready for Ness and Jeff to just get the fight over. Feel myself fading, but I'm not giving in. Oh, it's not great for... Okay, we defeated Stinky Ghost 1. Not great for Ness to miss a turn because of its stupid little ghost possessing it. Him. Little ghost possessing him. Ugh. Too many ghosts now. I have an important decision to make, but honestly, it's not that hard to make. The consequence for dying is losing half of the money you're carrying, and otherwise just being teleported back to the hospital. So, like, leaving to go to the hospital to get the healer to take these ghosts off. Pretty much the same cost in terms of time. At the very least, we're going to get through the sewers today. If I know what the next step is, I could search my memories for that information. So the attack roach does a continuous attack. 24 and 27 hit points to Jeff. When a little ghost tried to mess with Paula, but failed. Paula's too tough to worry about being touched by a ghost. She has psychic powers. Pooh's level is 29. Hit points up 1. Not exactly what we want from our level ups for the underdeveloped character. From 82, will life up Alpha? Max out Paula's hit points? Yes. Oh yeah, because those just aren't that high. Ugh. Okay, it's okay. We can recover this. Deadly damage to Pooh. As long as Ness doesn't get touched by the ghost, we should win. Whew. Save Pooh. 2,307 experience each. But most importantly, actually probably Alpha will do it, huh? No, not quite for Pooh, but we'll deal with that later. Oh, this one's a ghost. It's fine, we have the drop on it. I think ghosts are probably vulnerable to fire, now that I think about it. If there's any... Oh! If you solidify the garbage can it's possessing, the stinky ghost can't move. Or maybe it's the stinky ghost is made of, like, possessed garbage. You know, like composting organic matter kind of compacted together. The specter of stinky ghost. Okay, good. What I should have realized, because there's two right next to each other. How could they possibly be treasure chests when there's a door beyond them? They're not. The fire pie is the important bit here. 222 to one, 226 to the other. Who can't do his thing? But we gotta try it now and then. Okay, good. Even when the tiny ghost gets a critical hit, it's only a 1 damage attack. I should probably just have Pooh, or Paula, sorry. Okay. Now, it's worth physical attack in this set. It'll be annoying if a third party member gets possessed right now. That'd be very annoying. Regular viewers can marvel at the success of my Botox. There's still enough that I can have an expression. Not much. Who's level 30? Offense up 2. Hit points up 2. PP up 1. Whoa. Oh. Did that to myself. Engage the stinky ghost in its cohort. Here it comes. Huh. Jeff gets to have his move back in the round where we don't attack. That's interesting. Okay, let's get Pooh in on this. Make this one go a little faster, hopefully. Will we be in condition to do a good fight against the... what I assume is a Sanctuary Guardian coming up? I don't know. I hope so. Off the schedule. Oh no, did I do that? One moment. But hello, Cedric. Happy Saturday. Hold on. What have I done? I'm not sure what happened. Because it's set up so it should be working. I thought maybe I'd left vacation mode on. You're here now. You missed the Pooh recruitment, which, well, I mean, when you'd heard me alluding to, like, I know I had trouble getting through the meditation part, and then I get to it, and it's not what I thought, which was like a lot, like, you know, an extended version of the 3-minute silent password. You don't have to go that long without touching the button. Don't know why. I mean, it's still the same reason that I had so much trouble with it. But exactly. And while you're hearing my, like, in real time, can hear my voice. We don't even have to rely on the schedule. Tomorrow, we're starting Dreams in the Witch House as a morning stream. I don't know that it's going to be a permanent cosmic horror in the morning stream for the whole playthrough, but it's the only time I can fit in tomorrow. And I was absolutely not putting it off another week. Paula's level 40 now. Oh, baby! Offense went up by 3. One of the most interesting things that happened, Cedric, is that Pooh has had several, oh baby, like extra stat boosts on his non-multiplied by 4 levels. And I was like, is that a Pooh property? Or is that a character that's way behind property? Or is that a, like, does Pooh have higher luck or something? And there's actually always a stat possibility. But then Ness had one on an off multiple of 4. Now I don't know what's going on. Defense up 1. Oh, baby. Speed went up by 3. Vitality up by 1. Oh, baby. IQ up by 3. Luck up by 1. Hit points up 2. That rocks. PP up by 10. Paula realized the power of offense up Omega. Let's get the drop on this one. It's time for a surprise exorcism. I still should have picked Pooh use Psychic Release. You can just do it next turn then. Wait. Does Prey have a... That's probably what it is. Excellent. I don't know if it's that Prey has a better chance of doing the random offense result against a ghost, but that was my working theory. Well, hold on. Let's find out. Nope. Just a coincidence. Then when we got the holy light, I was like, maybe it'll do an exorcism. No luck. Let's dug around in the trash can. Let's see here. There's a Rust Promoter DX inside. Who takes it? That's an attack item that you use on metal enemies, of course. Okay. Then we go in here and have to immediately get back in the sewage. Don't try... Oh, wait, no, not immediately. What have I been in this room? I don't know. We'll find out after we engage this filthy attack wrench. Not a good sign for the enemy when Paula's doing that, like 150 plus damage with her physical attacks. Okay, let's beat the ghost right now, team. Yes. Okay, who's starting to become useful? 31. Oh, baby. Offense went up by 3. Oh, baby. Defense went up by 3. Speed up 1. Guts up 1. IQ up 1. Hit points up 1. Psychic points up 4. Sweet. Max out Pooh's points. Probably max out Ness's with this. No, but close. And he's got a lot, so that's fine. Ness dug around the trash can. Let's see here. There's a broken bazooka inside. Pooh takes it. Do we still have one free space? Good. Because exchanging the items is a pain if you don't. Oh, Cedric. While you're here, this was my look at the show last night, where I gave the worst drag performance of my life. But at least I look like this doing it, right? Those are pasties under that fishnet. Sensors of Twitch, not female presenting nipples. And I also had, the picture's not great, but this is my showing up look. Didn't perform in it, but pretty good. Except for the oof. This needs photoshopping. My giant head is giving me wig problems lately. Ugh. Yeah, I'm probably bringing that number back when Halloween rolls around, because like I did it at a student show. Nobody's seen it except like, you know, nobody who's at the drag show, gonna be at the drag show, has seen it except like Danielle and her friend Laura. So yeah, so I might do some kind of merging of that with the more straight ahead, you know, sea witch ghost siren look that I did the first time. Ness is level 48. Oh, baby. Offense up 3. Speed up 1. Oh, baby. Guts went up by 3. Vitality up by 2. IQ up by 1. Luck up 1. Sweet. Maximum hit points up 28. Maximum PP up by 5. Maximum PP is what when you get home after a long car trip. Yeah, it's a Your Sanctuary location, and we've almost slogged our way in. There's no alternate branch left to explore. We'll just take out the deadly mouse. We'll get ourselves in the best condition we can manage. Oh, of course it's 2 for some reason. And what is the answer? I don't want to use too many psychic points right now. Right before the boss. But I also don't want to get killed right before the boss. Okay, good. The gimmick with the mice is they have high guts, which is the critical hit stat. So the fact that when it landed, hit, it only did 1. Doesn't mean that I'm being silly and paranoid. Everything I like, it's one of those things where, you know, I know I'm going to play the game, so I'm going to play it. I might as well find it for myself. I'm trying to avoid too much what people say about it. But every single thing I've heard makes me very confident. Greg and James are going to enjoy beating that one up. And yeah, we don't have too many games left. We want to do the River City Advance. I know that's not what it's called. The Game Boy Advance River City game. See if we can get access to any of the other ones easily. But like, yeah, there's too many Neketsu games for us to play them all as part of this phase, I think. And then we want to do at least one day. I'll get the Shredder's Revenge DLC. Check that out with the extra characters. See if Greg and I can do as well as me and my niece did, playing against arcade mode, playing arcade mode. I went up to visit Danielle's brother and family, including my niece and 3 nephews. And Greg and I like really got messed up on arcade mode because of that boss fight against the when Rocksteady and Bebop are in the vehicle. Took a lot of damage there and stuff. And then, lo and behold, I introduced my like about to be 10 or 11-year-old niece to arcade mode for the first time. Like I helped her. She was already at the last stage of story mode when I got there. Helped her beat the Super Shredder. I didn't even help that much because she was in story mode. So I picked a character that hadn't leveled up at all. And so I only had 2 lives. I got eliminated pretty quick because I was still trying to remember. Hadn't played the game in a while. And then immediately after, I was like, well, have you ever tried arcade mode? She was like, what's that? And I thought like, ooh, this might be one of those things where you explain to a young person, here's the thing about the way video games were in the past. And they're just like, oh, that doesn't sound right. It's not how games are supposed to be. So I was like, you start at the very first stage. You play through all the same stages in order, but you have you don't get all your lives back in every level. And it's just over if you run out. I didn't try to explain continues to her yet, but she caught on to that when we got to it. And so I was like, is she going to be into this? And she was like, oh, that sounds cool. She's an athlete. She's a competitive type. She wanted to push herself. And then we played, and I think we would have beat it on our first try, except that we just ran out of time. Danielle and I had to go and pick up lunch for everybody. And there's no suspend mode in arcade mode for Shredder's Revenge. And we were playing with my nephew, Austin. But the thing with Austin, who is, he's on the spectrum, and he's young too. He's very young. He's like 4 or 5. Is that he doesn't have the patience. So we tried to leave the game on pause, like suspended naturally, but he closed it right away to play a game on his own. Can't hold it against him. So then we tried again and ran out of time, but I think we would have beat it that time too. We were on a better pace. So she's skilled. But now Greg and I need to redeem ourselves. Jeff's level. It's now 42. Hit points up by 2. Nice one, Jeff. Okay. Well, I think this is actually pretty straightforward. We don't have that much stuff. We're overloaded with cups of life noodles. We have the PSI caramel. What does that restore? I know I have the magic tart that does 20. Magic tart is just a fancy version of the PSI caramel. Like when you go to a bakery or something, but they have a treat that's called like a Snickers cake, and but it's not made with Snickers. They've like made it so it tastes like a Snickers. That's what I'm choosing to think the magic tart is compared to the PSI caramel. I'm more concerned with Paula. You know what? We have 2 recover around 20 items. Let's cover our bases as well as we can. Oh, we still haven't transferred the broken bazooka to Jeff. Oh, he put deli sauce on the magic tart. Who is still getting used to, Eagle Land cuisine. That's pretty good. And he got extra. So I wish I'd done that in the opposite order. It's more important. I did part of the job. Fortunately, we didn't waste a single overnight part where Jeff could have fixed that. Okay. What is the hit point situation? Almost full. Almost full. Almost full. Almost full. You know what? I might even... Do I have a low-level healing item that I'm just carrying around for some reason? Yeah. You know what? Use the hand-aid that your mother gave you, Paula. Probably a waste, but feels... With the lower hit point characters, let's get her as close to full as possible. You finally got here. This is the 5th, your sanctuary location. But it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. What's the enemy here? A giant rat? Yes. What's it called? The Plague Rat of Doom. That literally, the giant rat in the depths in Dark Souls, if that was a boss fight, they could call it the Plague Rat of Doom. It would fit right in. Okay. Here's what we're going to try. Let's use the... you know what? No. Let's just use offense up alpha. I really only care about raising Ness's offense here. Jeff is going to see... My gut tells me that we are not going to get this thing with the slime generator, get it stuck. But perhaps we will. No, actually, Jeff should start by spying on the thing, because if it has an elemental weakness, we want to know. I doubt that Pooh can mirror the boss, because he hasn't successfully used his mirror ability at all yet. But let's try it. Tiny little ghost is attacking, but it missed. Paula tried offense up alpha. And Ness got 8. Yeah, Pooh cannot turn into the boss. Offense 71, defense 180. No defined elemental weakness. Okay. It's a shame that Ness is going to use this particular turn to heal Pooh instead of fighting with his new raised offense, but it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't have an elemental strength. Hopefully it's not bomb strong. I like when the tiny ghosts are attacking and not ripping us and cause us to miss a turn. 202 damage. Pretty good. Now, of course, the question, does offense up Omega 176 damage? Not bad. Flagrant of Doom got a really weak hit off on Jeff. And it does have low offense. Probably it's got to have something up its sleeve. I guess we'll find out. Maybe we're just going to win easily. Why not? It could happen. Let's see if we can get him with a slime generator. Just for the, the fun of using the abilities. Tiny little ghost reached out. Okay, it's just Pooh losing his turn. Freeze pie, 170, and okay, back at you, buddy. Okay. I wasn't crushingly worried about this fight to begin with. We've gone on a pretty good track. My biggest concern is Pooh getting knocked out and not getting a ton of experience from a boss fight. We're still trying to catch him up. Don't take Ness's turn away. We offense up him. Okay, big damage to Ness, but Ness, not mortal because he's a tough little guy. But he should heal him. No, he shouldn't, because he could take one more of those big hits. Hopefully. Tiny little ghost reached out. Paula's body solidified. Ness's attacks aren't even really doing all that much, because the thing has really high defense. At least it does have a big grin on its face. That description was accurate. But it was grin forward on that occasion, with the delightful result of the good thing that happened. It wasted its turn. There we go. Wait, I haven't come up with a scheme. Like, should I just be using Ness's PSI? The answer is it does not matter. We've won. Ness and his friends get 28,818 experience each. Paula's level's now 41. HP up 2. PP up 1. Pooh's level's now 32. Not only is it Pooh, but it's Pooh at a multiple of 4. Oh, baby. Offense up by 4. Defense up 2. Oh, baby. Speed up by 3. Vitality up 1. Luck up 2. Hit points up 11. Pooh's level's now 33. Hit points up 1. Pooh realized the power of PSI Freeze Pie. Hello, it's your dad. You've been out there for a long time now. Maybe none of my business. But don't you think it'd be a good idea if you took a break? I mean, yes, Dad, but like, we got a world to save. All right. You should find a place to stay in the nearest town. When you get to the hotel, be sure to give your dear old dad a call. And hey, keep an eye out for bad guys. Click. I was agreeing with you that I should take a break, Dad, but I wasn't saying I'm going to just yet. Wrap up fairly soon. But getting back on track. I know I've said that a couple times during this very disruptive period since September. Since August, really, when they locked us out of work and doomed me to a brutal academic year. Ness saw a baby's bottle. But just for an instant. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of Magnet Hill. And yes, of course, we are building to eventually getting to hear the whole song. Ness opened the chest. Whoa! There's a carrot key inside. Paula takes it. A carrot key, you say? Carrot key. Special type of bunny's favorite carrot. We're going back to Dalaam. We're gonna get some, some new cultural experiences for these kids. Except for Pooh. For Pooh, it's the exact opposite. It's going back to comforting the familiar. Oh, yeah, we ain't afraid of no ghosts, but the ghosts are afraid of us. Because they know that this is our sanctuary now. Yeah, this is not the giant rat's sanctuary anymore, boys and ghouls. I assume all the deadly mice are boys. And the roaches. I don't know why. We're terrifying to the deadly mouse, but we're not strong enough to just kill it on sight. He didn't get a critical. He's done. Not that he could get mortal damage on one of us. It wouldn't have saved him. It probably wouldn't have even taken us out. Ness and his friends get some experience. I realize that I have to trudge through more sewage. I should have just used teleport beta. To teleport to Fourside where we are. Or even just go right to Dalaam. But sometimes you gotta trudge slowly through the shit. Finished the Demon Souls remake recently. As I said it earlier in the stream, and earlier on other streams here. It's, it's fine but flawed in all the exact ways that are the mainstream criticisms of it, and of all Bluepoint remakes. Their Shadow of the Colossus remake, also competent and like beautiful to look at, and yet they made all these weird choices that just kind of make the aesthetic less special. And like, to what end? What is gained? It's a mixed blessing how well the Botox turns out to have worked for me. Because, like, now I'm gonna get it every 3 months until I die. Yikes. Now what can you do? I mean, you can age gracefully, but I didn't find out that I wanted to be a drag queen until I was 39. So I have to artificially extend my young and prettiness. Pictures taken instantaneously! I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say, Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow! What a great photograph! It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Those I think maybe they display over the end credits. They must come back up. There has to be more to it than just a recurring scene where this guy says the same dialogue. But it doesn't, actually. Because it's fun, and I'm pretty sure there is, but like, no, there doesn't have to be. I think in the course of this playthrough, I realized, yeah, at some point in the future, we're also going to do Mother and Mother 3 here on the stream. And if I'm doing that, I might as well do at least one edition of Shigesato Itoe's Pro Bass Fisher. The only other game that the genius behind EarthBound ever designed. Not because he's like, you know, like a Phil Fish type. Phil Fish, is the name of the guy who did, you know, that game that I can't remember the name of. People like. That is a very good game. That's gonna torture me. Fez, thank you. There we go. Yeah. Not Itoe-san, you know, it's like, oh, these Mother games were exhausting and the culture of the industry or whatever, I quit. He's just he's a multi-talented, he's known, the thing he's famous for originally in Japan is being a copywriter, which is an interesting thing. I guess in the 80s you could get famous as an individual for being a good copywriter. But I suppose it makes sense in Japan when you consider the tradition of, you know, short form poetry and stuff. I don't know. Oh, welcome to the Monotoli Grand Hotel. A one-night stay will cost you $300. Would you like to stay? Yes. We'll have a nice stay. Come on, Jeff. Nope. Jeff just wanted to sleep after trudging through the sewers all day and then fighting a giant, terrifying rat. They are millennials, aren't they? I thought I had to think about that for a minute. But if this is the mid 90s and they're all around adolescents, yeah, they're elder millennials. Which means even today they're all still young. Age is just a number. 40 is the new 30. It's funny, you would think that becoming a drag queen when I was 39, at a time when I would have told you and would have sincerely believed in my heart that I was a straight man. Oh, hey, we're doing this. Not that it dealt with this with like all my closest loved ones and stuff. I'm bisexual. Happy Pride. But what am I trying to say here? You think that the drag is the midlife crisis in and of itself, but what I think it actually is that I was much more at peace with aging, and like my guy appearance is still entirely. I mean, you know, I look young. I'm satisfied with it. Even with the wrinkly forehead, I still look younger than my years. But then I discovered I wanted to do drag. It's like, oh man, I've really done a lot. Like I had a high potential if I had figured this out when I was 22. So then it's like, oh, all of a sudden, for the first time in my life, worrying about looking older and trying to do things affirmatively to look younger. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah, to see. I'm pretty sure the gimmick is, yeah, who could equip all some of these things? But we're children, ma'am. And like people are allowed to browse in a department store. Then again, like if department stores really work this way, where you just had to go up to the counter and like pick from a menu, I couldn't hold it against a retail worker who got annoyed if you just came up and stared at the list. But then again, why don't they put a sign up listing all the items if they don't want you to bother them? All right, Pooh, take us home to Dalaam. Whoa. Part of what screwed up my performance last night, there were other factors, but one is that I did, although I didn't have much time to rehearse, and that was probably the biggest factor, in practice, I did learn, because the song I did was Borderline by Madonna, and if you go and watch that video, the hardest thing she does is the high kick, which I could not do because, well, separately, I fell off my yoga in May, and I am 41 years old. So I could do a high kick at like peak flexibility, but I couldn't just do it. But then the bigger problem was that I practiced, I was like, okay, yeah, I can do the like hoppy jazz square that she does. And then it's like a lot of white girl dancing and then like this one little single squat move and some twirls. I was like, yeah, I can do most of these things, even in my 8-inch platforms and without much time to practice. But I forgot to practice with my new breastplate on, which is a little heavier than my hand-me-down one I had from Drag Mama. And then, also, well, you saw the look. There was nothing holding those girls down. So the very first time I did the jumpy jazz square, I was like, oh no, I'm going to fall. I do not have the muscle memory to balance this correctly. So I did lots of emoting. Wait, do we get new dialogue when we revisit?
We do. I wonder if Prince Pooh succeeded in moo training? I wanted him to come by and show me his best barnyard impression.
Young lady, you are growing up near the Dalaam Royal Palace. Seems like you should be familiar with moo training. But yes, everyone has new dialogue because they're talking to Ness. We have to go back through all this.
I'm waiting for Prince Pooh to see me and say, I love you.
This one's not new. I don't know. Maybe it's not that important, but we ought to check. One of the main things that I accomplished, that I set out to do when I started streaming, that I accomplished pretty quickly, but now I gotta stick with it.
I didn't eat any garlic today, so the room doesn't stink.
The game doesn't, this Nest didn't have a smell synthesizer. They could waft out odors into your room while you're playing, so they need the dialogue to tell you if it smells better.
There's so many monsters around recently. We can't relax and have fun. Prince Pooh has good relationships with foreigners. What an international person.
Sometimes in HR speak, people who aren't fully trained in the HR speak but are trying to use it within institutions will refer to someone as a diverse person. No, that's not how it works. Individual people are not diverse. Does this guy have new dialogue? No. Just his weird mantra. Yeah, one of the first things I forced myself to do was slow down and smell the roses when I'm playing games. What's the difference between existing and exiting? Nothing? Mm-hmm. No, that's a bigger... his first question, what's immortality? Is it just everlasting life? Mm-hmm. More sold on that. I guess we should check in. Definitely should have. Wouldn't have wanted to miss this opportunity. To read the same dialogue every bit as bombastically as every other time. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph! It will always bring back the fondest of memories. I've said this before, but if you're wish casting a live action EarthBound film, you can do whatever you can cast people who have passed away, because that's never going to happen. So why not use your imagination? The late Martin Mull would play that. The photographic genius. The late, great Martin Mull.
Prince Pooh, you're my favorite.
She doesn't have great relations with international people. She just talks right past them. I love this guy. I didn't comment on it earlier. I did use him to have the funny conversation where Pooh calls Ness's dad. But, that's true. I mean, like, there must be Richard. Are there Richard Kind roles where he's like more of a darker character? Because I feel like, not for the look, but for the vibe of an. He could do a good like unpleasant. He could do Pokey's dad, maybe. Ah, the great Richard Kind. Listen, one of my main principles is commitment to the bit. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Your future battle will be considerably more dangerous than you expect. Don't be careless. And then he heals us for free. Didn't you meet up with many monsters along the way? Recently, several bad incidents occurred in this peaceful country. Well, that's not good. It's not time to stop yet, and I already made the rules of this bit. I'll do one reading of No, We're Not Resting, Dad, which I did with Pooh. And then I'll read it again when we're telling him that we will stop and go to bed. Which again, will be fairly soon. Grammatically, that comma after the but shouldn't be there. But it is good for communicating the pauses in actual but I think I would have done it with an ellipse. I don't have many critiques of the localization to offer for this game, but I'll do that one. Maybe talk about it more tomorrow, Cedric. But especially because I'll have a chance to play it some more tonight. But I'm making my way through Mina the Hollower. Not that far behind the general populace. Paula used the carrot key. That's strange. The rabbits and carrots disappeared all at once. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Turn my headphones up a little. I'm picking up what they're putting down here. Is this new cave music? Oh, you've already... Wow. I mean, I can understand. If I'd got it on launch day and also hadn't been in a real unpleasantly busy little period of my life, I'd have been... I'd blast through it. As it is, I've got the first spark generator back on. I'm heading towards the other one. I don't want to say of all the weapons, because I've since realized there are more than just the 3 starter weapons, and I would like to, try to discover things on my own and be surprised as much as I can. But of the 3 starter weapons, what was your favorite, Cedric? That's the only one I haven't used yet. I started out with the chain whip, largely on the grounds of thinking, you know, kind of seems like the standard weapon for the character. Ooh, it's a different enemy, the Tengu. This is a cool design. Not sure what the name is going for, because this is definitely not like a playing on Tengu in any way. But I like how it's you know, the body of a snake, but then the head and hands and flute of a snake charmer. Ah, that'll do it. I started with the whip and didn't realize at the time that I was making a choice that I was locked into for a little while, although I like the whip. But then I did find the daggers, and also I figured out that I can just buy the weapons as well. But I found the daggers, which is cool. So I'll probably, unless I'm just not finding the hammer, probably buy it eventually. Yeah, I like them both. So far, this is an excellent game. I don't have a lot of complaints about the weapons and the controls. But I got the forward slash, and that really opened up the knives for me. I haven't remapped any buttons, but just having ZR to do the B plus Y thing, it's good. Because the one biggest problem I was having, I was managing because I'm really good at video games, was the knives. Was the knife range and like getting in there quick enough especially when tougher enemies are giving you their moment of, vulnerability, or of, you can get in there and they're not going to immediately hit you. And the leaping forward slash is the solution to that problem. Ness's level is now 49. Defense went up 1. Maximum hit points up 1. Max PP up 2. Ness realized the power of PSI Rockin' Pie. Whose level's now 34. Offense up 2. Oh, baby. Defense went up by 3. You know what I wish I'd done? Maybe I'll do it at the end of this playthrough. I know when you create the characters, if you pick don't know for all the name, even both the characters and the what's your favorite food? Pick don't know, you get the defaults typed in for yourself. But I'm pretty sure if you keep saying don't know, it cycles through 8 presets or something like that. I should have done them. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm likely to be complaining about late game difficulty, because I'm gonna go and I keep an open mind, and I've got very mad at some games that I thought on this stream that especially on Greg and James beat 'em up, that I thought were difficult in cheap ways. But as long as the difficulty is fair, I'm not going to be complaining. And that's not a knock on people who do, because you don't have to love difficulty. Oh, baby. Defense went up by 3. Vitality up 1. IQ up 1. Hit points up 14. You'd think that would get an O baby. I guess it must be over 15 to get the O baby for hit points. IQ points up 5. How's Pooh looking compared to the rest? Let's see. He is faster than Ness. That's it right now. But at the same time, got 15 more. Yeah. I love the way that Yacht Club, this is, especially you, Cedric, are probably going to wind up hearing me say this exact comment about Meat of the Hollower a bunch of times and then reading it on the Avocado forums. But I really like the way the Yacht Club games kind of, they are doing obvious, their influences are crystal clear, and they're real homaging hard, and yet at the same time they're mixing and matching their homages in a way that does create its own thing, and then aesthetically they go for their own thing. And so they get this thing where you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, so it's Link's Awakening with a Game Boy Color aesthetic, except the color choices and the music and sort of the milieu are a bit more Castlevania, but also maybe a little bit of Bloodborne, because obviously we know the Yacht Club people love the Souls games. And then, whereas Shovel Knight just had the progression of Dark Souls. Just, you die, there's your bag, get it back before you die to get your resources back. This one has the Bloodborne variation of that, which is when you die, either you have to get back to the spot or the enemy absorbed the thing and now its eyes are glowing. And then it's got Bloodborne. Every now and then, there's at least been one knock on the door. I'm not coming out, it's too scary. NPC, like in all the huge number of the NPCs in Bloodborne. And then the healing is like Dark Souls in the sense that you have a limited use. It's separate vials, but it's basically the Estus flask, and you have limited charges. But the charges and how much they heal is based on combo damage, which is kind of like Bloodborne, except that for Bloodborne that was just heal back, but like, mushing it all together in cool ways. And like, the game doesn't play like a straight ripoff of Link's Awakening, and it doesn't play like what if Castlevania was top down, and then it's Souls like boss fights, and it's just real good. What if we compare Pooh to Jeff? Faster, more vital, and that's it so far. But again, Pooh's got a lot of levels to gain, and he gets a lot of babies. All right, that was fun. Feel like maybe the rope is the alternate path, or maybe it's not. Jeez, both pathways are long. Well, we'll find it one way or the other. I guess I'm either... Okay, good. As long as it hits two different people. I mean, it's still bad. But it could be worse. I think I will either complete this dungeon or lose once. And that's where we'll wrap up for the day. Two. Oh! The Kiss of Death and the Tengu. Feels like Kiss of Death might have... Can't remember. But you wouldn't be shocked if the Kiss of Death had an instant kill. Even though I don't think we've encountered an enemy with instant kill. The Tengu breathed through his flute and put Pooh to sleep. I'm not sure have we seen the classic RPG sleep condition in this game yet? I knew it was in here, but I'm not sure that we've encountered it yet. We win. Ness and his friends got 62, 68 experience each. Paul's level is now 42. Offense up 1, guts up 1, HP up 1, PP up 1. Jeff's level is now 43. Offense up 1, defense up 1, IQ up 1, HP up 3. Well, it makes sense that a tiny little thundercloud ghost can dodge quickly. It's not great, but hey, we survived. We kept the whole team together. Okay, now I think that this is the proper path. Ugh. Yeah. I think going down the hole is the forward. I could be wrong. I could be just, accidentally grinding by doing battles over and over. This would be a good time to have the Franklin badge, but inventory slots are so precious, and thunder using enemies are rare enough. And mechanically, it's enough of a pain in the ass to get stuff out of your storage that I'm going to have a real problem with an enemy with thunder before I'm going to... With lightning, I guess I should say. Pooh, level 35. Offense up 1, defense up 1, guts up 1, HP up 1. Okay, perhaps it is a better probabilities at lower level, because he didn't get any special O babies there. Or special anythings. Okay. I think Jeff needs to spy, because I would love to know the elemental weaknesses here. Okay, not great. But 85, 83, vulnerable to fire and freeze. I kind of figured it would be freeze. In fact, I probably could have just taking a leap of faith. Because it's a little flat. Clouds are made of water. You confront the conducting menace. This is a good character design. Let's go out on a limb and say it's also vulnerable to freeze, although maybe freeze being the Thundermite's vulnerability. Nope. That looks promising. Okay, 2 hits on Pooh. I hope this thing is almost done. It's done. Whew. Both of these pathways, neither of them branch as far as I've gone. Okay, I believe we're getting a present and a wall. The Tengu can rock on for a minute here. The conducting menace, I would like to drill down on quickly. Excellent. And Ness has been snake charmed by the Tengu. And now he's awake. Danielle's calling. I'm gonna take a brief intermission, folks. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back at it. That was an unusual situation, Rose. A combination of... Danielle was in a chair, but also with the ottoman. And she's got a terrible injury to her heel that we don't need to get into. And her back's sore today. And she thought, maybe I'll lay down. And then the ottoman started sliding. But she also had a drink in her lap. And so she went, like... She was like stuck because she didn't know how to move without spilling the drink. Disaster averted. Racer of Kings. Let's use the help both to get what I assume will be a neat description, but also to find out probably, maybe this is something Pooh and Pooh alone can equip because it's about the Dalaam royal family. Yep. To be equipped on Pooh's arm. helps protect from being hypnotized, and luck goes up. And of course, defense also goes up. He's a monk-style character. He equips special monk gear and generally doesn't equip very much. Racer of Kings. That's a good defense boost, and obviously a luck boost is always good. And not being hypnotized is always good. Well, I think we've identified the optimal way to run this fight. Oh, excellent. Wish the Tengu had tried to play his flute on Pooh. Then again, the Tengu is from Dalaam, so it might have just been like, oh, he's wearing the Racer of Kings. Paula's level is now 43. Offense up 1. Speed up 1. Guts up 1. IQ up 1. HP up 3. Psychic points up 3. Pooh's level is now 36. Oh, baby. Offense went up by 5. Oh, baby. Defense went up by 6. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, like all of the default, like the classic martial arts weapons. Yeah. It's kind of funny in the original Final Fantasy because there are like weapons that are just for the black belt monk character. Except that very, very early on, it stops making any sense to have a weapon on the character because he fights better barehanded. So like, what are the nunchucks for? They look cool. Oh, baby. Defense went up by 6. Speed went up by 2. Guts went up by 1. Vitality up by 1. IQ up by 2. Hit points up 14. That rocks. Maximum PP went up by 10. Who realized the power? Healing Pie. Whenever I was sick as a child, my mom would whip up a batch of healing pie. I gotta remember that Pooh is also a healer. PSI ability-wise, he's sort of like a in-between Ness and Paula. In that he has the greater variety of elemental attacks, although not the full variety, because he doesn't have fire, like Paula, at least not yet. As opposed to Ness, who only has the special Ness-only rockin' PSI ability. But then he's got healing, which Paula does not have. It's very progressive, actually, when you think about it. Good job, Itoi-san. My first run of Dark Souls, when I was too intimidated by all of the systems to engage with them in any way, because I was also trying to play. Eventually, I think I was looking at a bit of guides just to figure out where the hell to go next. But I was generally trying to just explore the game, and yet I wasn't exploring the game at all because I wasn't using it. So the only equipment change I made on my character, I used the Wanderer build. I switched her to two-handing the scimitar, so I wasn't even using my shield. But when I got the Grass Crest shield, I did swap my shield out because the Grass Crest shield lets your endurance, your stamina recover quicker. And since all I was doing was two-handed slashing, and rolling to dodge, I needed a lot of stamina, and I needed to come back quickly. 2,700 experience each. Ness's level is now 50. He's level L. Offense went up by 1. Luck went up by 1. Hit points went up by 1. Psychic points went up by 1. It's not that much of a milestone. Now we go find out what happens when we drop down the hole. There we go, Pooh. All right, Pooh's starting to lock in. He was like, oh, wait, hold on. I remember. In my training, the one-finger death punch. Down the hole. Ness opened the present. There's a sudden gut spill inside. Now we have 2 of those. At some point I gotta use one. How many holes are there? Oh god, 3. Middle first. Oh! Okay, seems like left is gonna be the right one to proceed. I did this to myself. Please just also do alpha. I still wish that hadn't happened. Okay, run! But good. She's finished. We might all be finished because of my foolish decision. I should have had Pooh try to heal himself. I don't think he would have got to it. But I should have tried. I think the recovery gimmick, the Dalaam Palace recovery gimmick, is going to also be free resurrection. I hope so. Definitely hope so. Jeff's level is now 44. Offense up 2. Defense up 1. Guts up 2. Vitality up 1. IQ up 2. Luck up 1. Hit points up 8. It's not bad. What is bad is the situation that we're in, but we'll make it. We'll make it. We'll be okay. And you know, if we lost, we'd also be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Yep. Full restoration, but it's not sleeping, so Jeff's not going to get any work done. The less bleak form of the recovery machine in the post-apocalyptic future of Chrono Trigger restores all your stats just like the inn, and then it says, "But you're still hungry." What a crazy machine to invent. If you invented a machine that could just supply the body with all the nutrients it needs, seems like you would almost have to be trying to make it so that it somehow also left the person hungry. But as you know, for a bleak metaphor, it's great. Or I don't know if it's a metaphor, but it's a good depiction of like, man, geez, yeah, it does. It really drives home. These people are, they're surviving in the post-apocalyptic future, but they're not living in it. They're not thriving. He's now 37. Level 37. He's still a young man. Maximum hit points went up by 2. Not that he'd be an old man if he was 37. 37 is like a baby. Hit points up 2. PP up 2. He's having the more normal, not multiplied by 4 levels. Now I'm pretty sure the right hole is just going to map to the physical space and therefore drop us in the area we've already been in, so we climb back up the rope. But just in case it doesn't. We're gonna check. It was as I suspected. I'm not sure if it's ever possible for an enemy when the characters separate slightly, because one of them is on a ladder, and so Ness or whoever is, still in front of the one and still on the ladder gets a little bit of a lead. I don't know if the enemies can actually get in that space and get your back. I think probably the hitbox is sort of enclosing the whole party. I don't know. I could be wrong. In fact, I'm almost certainly wrong. Because, like, what about when you're turning left and you haven't pulled the characters along? Surely you can get got from the back. Paula's now 44. Offense went up by 2. Defense up 1. Speed up 2. Vitality up 1. IQ up 1. Oh, baby! Luck went up by 3. Maximum hit points up 9. Psych points up 5. It's interesting, even though like the Thunder Mites are definitely challenging enemies for random encounters. They've really messed us up just a short time ago. Even though they have elemental weaknesses, like tactically, maybe if we fought 2 again, it would make sense to have Paula do Fire Pie. But otherwise, they don't really, not so much demanding tactical adjustment. Just make sure you're hitting that A button quickly so that if they get a mortal blow, we can finish things up. Magic Butterfly made Ness and his friends relax. And here we go. Ness opened the present. There's a rock candy inside. Paula takes it. It does a random stat up. You know what? We're giving it to Pooh. Both because obviously he's the one we're trying to catch up, but also because it's a cultural thing. We just met Pooh. He's from another land. You know, he likes getting the international experience. Try this. Make sure you take the that's plastic. Take that part off, Pooh. Paul took the rock candy out. Pooh ate it, and his IQ went up 1. There you go. Yes, you can meditate. You could also just eat some candy. No, we're not worrying about the Tengu yet. Okay. Paula's big IQ boost. I think she had a big IQ boost in that sweet level up. Almost positive. It's working for us. Jeff's level's 45. Hit points up 3. Well, that wasn't that dynamic. Is there another hole over here? No. There's way out. Gotta believe that this is a drop down to the furthest, lowest left point where we found that present so you can walk all the way back. Hope I'm right about that. And hey, wow. We're mowing through your sanctuary locations at this rate. Party's in good shape. Let's do it. You finally got here. This is the 6th to your sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. Thunder and storm attacked. A big step up in the mysticalness factor of the enemies guarding your sanctuary locations. No, it's not a mutant rat or a hideous mole or whatever. You know what? Let's do it. Offense up. Oh my god. See if there's a weakness. What does Pooh have for... Let's see. One of us, all of us, one of us. So obviously this is a better shield, but... I bet these are PSI enemies anyway. For now, Pooh, you attack. Paul tried offense up Omega. Yeah. It is no different in degree. Thunder and Storm did crashing boom bang. 125 to Pooh, 119 to Paula. This would be a good Franklin badge one, wouldn't it? They're vulnerable to flash. Oh, also, let's take a moment here and just appreciate the groove. Well, let's try it. Flash beta. Paula, you might as well find it. Does freeze by hurt them? Jeff, you wish you'd fixed your bazooka, buddy. You know what? I'm gonna just get to the end of the game without ever using the sudden gut spill if I don't use it. Let's get Ness ready on his next turn to hopefully get critical attacks. And then, I don't know if she needs beta, but let's just play it safe. Alright, freeze pie. Hey, good damage. That's good. Oh, and it solidified their body. That's brilliant. Sudden guts pill. Amazingly enough, Ness's guts became 76. Thunder and Storm felt a little strange. We got them with the flash. This is good. This is a good dude. Can he mirror this boss because they're culturally relevant to his, you know, he's studied them. He knows the myth of Thunder and Storm. No, of course not. Okay. Well, Flash didn't wind up doing anything to them. And Ness did not get a smash attack the first time. Who heal thyself, just to be safe. There we go. Sudden gut spill paying off. But we really know it paid off if we get a second one. So let's find out. Crash and boom bang attack. Damage on Ness. Big damage on Pooh. That's okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay, we defeated them before we could find out if the sudden gut spill will get us a second critical, but we know it helped. It was worth it. 32,257 experience each. And we freed up an inventory slot. Ness's level's now 52. Oh, baby. Offense went up by 6. Defense went up by 2. Vitality up by 2. Oh, baby. IQ went up by 3. It doesn't feel like it warrants a no baby, but thank you. Sweet. Maximum hit points went up by 27. That rocks. Maximum PP went up by 12. Paul's level now 45. Maximum hit points up 3. Maximum psych points up 2. Pooh's level is now 39. Offense went up 2. Defense went up 2. Vitality went up 1. Hit points went up 11. Plague points went up 2. It's not bad. Oh, Pooh. You're gonna love this. Actually, wait, no, he's seen your sanctuary location before. He's still gonna like it. The whole idea of these sanctuary locations is that they're pleasant. I'm gonna do a rough stats comparison right now. Pooh is still, you know what, defense-wise, we still, I don't think, would expect Pooh to catch up to Ness if he sped up and caught him in level. But maybe we'll find better things to equip on Pooh. His offense obviously lags behind, but that's the nature of the beast. He's still very fast, though. His luck's almost caught up. Pink Cloud? What's this place called? Cotton Candy? No, it's not Cotton Candy Land. Let's find it. Ness had a short vision, seeing his mother when she was young. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the pink cloud, so it was just pink cloud. Nice. We have another chunk of the melody. Can we like inspect the soundstone? I think we do. We get like a screen that shows us. Ness touched the soundstone to his forehead and gathered his thoughts. Have I missed one? I mean, all signs point to yes. And if I think about where I think I know. Just based on where Lilliput Steps was and where Rainy Circle was. Like that, I mean, that's like a big thing for children, right? When you come to realize that your parents were people that were young like you once. They went through all the same shit. I think Ness surely must realize Ness is a bright kid. He must know that his parents are fallible by now. They're both well-intentioned people. But I don't know they're winning you know what? Ness's dad is winning Father of the Year just on the insane amount of allowance he gives his son. Or maybe that's considered... no, because Ness is too good of a guy to get spoiled by it. In a future battle will be considerably more dangerous than you expect. Be careless. Okay. Can't teleport from inside. Even when you're using the tornado one, because it lifts you up. Even if there is a literal teleport where you like blink out and then you're in another place, it definitely starts with a physical travel into the air. I think it's going to be... I think I must have missed one in the vicinity of Belch's lair, Threed. Like, I'm going here instead of Threed because I don't think... Okay. Let me see. Can I return to Belch's lair? Alternately, it might be somewhere through Saturn Valley that I should be trying to get to. This will be my final task, and then we'll wrap up. I know I've only played through Mother once, and one of my big roadblocks that I hit is that because the game doesn't force you to linearly acquire all your I don't think they're not your sanctuary locations. They're just you know, areas. The game doesn't force you to get through them to progress. I believe I missed one from early in the game. Whoa. That's a lot of enemies on screen. And it looked at first like the Crocs were at least afraid of us. But perhaps not. Okay. Just because it would be tedious to do it any other way. I mean, rocking. This is probably an overkill. It's definitely overkill for the Antoids, but it might be just enough for the playing crocodiles. At any rate, I don't think we can look forward to much in terms of reward. Well, it's not nothing. It's still like chipping away at Pooh's catch-up. Yeah, I did that to myself. I should have known I wasn't going to escape the Antoids. I just thought the Antoids were running from us. Ah, we'll just beat him down. So can we just go right back into the former Master Belch lair? I don't know. And I feel... maybe it's actually through Saturn Valley. Maybe it's not even this. Like, this could be just a wrong guess. But I don't think it is. Paula's got a sugar packet. What's she need that for when she's already so sweet? Okay. If it's in the Saturn Valley vicinity, it must be achieved through Saturn Valley. Or possibly it's somewhere on the road back to Threed. Or, of course, I could just be wrong. But I hope we end on a win where it turns out I'm right. I could use a win after last night. Oh, you know what? I gotta focus on the positive. I looked great. Impressed. Someday, sometime we help you. Yes, Ness. You good name. We know name, boy. All have same name. Yeah, they're not no name. Every single one of these guys is named Mr. Saturn. Oh, we never dug through the Saturn Valley, the Mr. Saturn's trash. Sudden gut spill. So much for freeing up an inventory slot. Then again, we know that it's good. Protractor. Look, Jeff, I understand you're a nerd. You like to find out about angles. We don't need the protractor. Broken spray can. Probably turns into a defense spray or a slime generator or something. Well, whatever. We'll find it. And we'll go from there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I wish I was going off an affirmative memory that there's a Your Sanctuary location here, and not just an informed hunch. Roll zoom. Oh. Old Milky well. With this ding ding. Just to make sure. We haven't been to a place called Milky Well. I probably should have read this sign. The enemies want to fight us here. Which I think they're going to come to regret. Because this was also the case in my, when I got stuck late in Mother, because I missed one. It was a pain going to find it. When I found it, it was not hard to get. Oh no. That mushroom immediately took action to do the Last of Us gimmick to Paula and force her to attack us. But we took down Ranboob. Is this Paula? I think it is. Paula level 40. Oh, baby. Offense up 4. Oh, baby. Defense up 4. Oh, baby. Might be Pooh, actually. Speed up 4. Oh, baby. Luck one up 3. Hit points up 2. PP up 1. Yeah, that was Pooh, surely. Level 40. Yes. It was a good one. Alright, Paula slugged herself. Not great. That was overkill on the tough mobile sprite. What if they're supposed to be tough mobile sprites? Like they're all from one town in Alabama. Or city. These ones flee. That's interesting. Except, okay. Some of them want to flee. Some of them are a little more confident. Obviously, it's not the automatic fleeing from you've already claimed the sanctuary. So I wonder if for other enemies, since they can still also flee, it's probably stats based. And since there's at least for hit points, a random roll, that probably explains why one enemy of the type. We were so close to getting the surprise attack on the mobile sprout, which would have caused the Ranboob, I think, to not be able to join. But if it did join, it would have been joining an ambush on itself. Be kind of funny. We won. Ness opened the present. His coin is slumber. Who takes it? If he can equip it, he might as well. But it'll drain his defense. Never mind. And he doesn't. Okay, yep. Perfect. I don't believe we have any ability to save Paula from the mushroom right now. Where's the weird little girl when you need her? Because Ness doesn't have... No, we need the next level of healing, at least. So, fine. We just hope that it doesn't matter because we're fighting a boss we're overpowered for. You finally got here. This is the third, your sanctuary location. But it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. And here, the enemy is... 2 sprouts and the trillionage sprout. The source of all sprouts. Okay. Ness, just go right in on the enemy. Paula, hopefully, doesn't get confused and use this on the team. I'm betting this thing's weak to fire, but we'll check. Can Pooh become a tough mobile sprout? Not sure I want him to. But he won't be able to. Oh. He turns into the dead sprout. Yeah, vulnerable to fire. It's also vulnerable to the fact that we were supposed to do this much earlier in the game with not a 4-person party where... Oh, okay. The mushroom has foiled us. Okay. Paula's down. Unless she can pray. Nope. Yikes. Well, you can't say I didn't do it to myself. We have so many cups of life noodles. But it's not warranted. She'll get revived. Yeah. Honestly. The mushroom heard that we were talking trash. It was like, oh, you're just fighting the trillionage sprout? There's nobody else here? Sprouting? Okay, now I don't... Oh, we have healing pie through Pooh, and I bet that would have done the trick, but I don't think it does the trick for unconsciousness, but maybe it does. We'll try it on Paula next. But I think it does the trick for diamondized. Yes, Ness's body returned to normal. But we're also just done here. You won. Ness and his friends gained 11,345 experience each. Jeff's level is now 46. Defense up 1, IQ up 1, luck up 1, HP up 3. We're not going to do it, even if it works. I'm just going to check. What does Pi do? Does it have unconsciousness in there? Yes. Ah, so then healing Omega, because this one is revives an unconscious friend but doesn't max out their HP. This one. So Omega does all of the other things and does full HP for an unconscious friend, but also chilling at a Your Sanctuary location heals us all. We got 3 Your Sanctuary locations today. Ness thought he heard his mother from far away. She said, "Be a thoughtful, strong boy." And he is. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the Milky Well. Of the Milky Well. Alright. Well, there's nothing left to do. We go give dear old Dad a call. Yeah, no. We can't get a squash victory. I mean, it's still going to be a squash in the, the wrestling sense of winning easily. Yeah. Dad, has Mom ever said anything to you about me being thoughtless and weak? I'm shaken now. Until Ness gets a confidence boost, he has like a 33% chance of just losing his turn because he has no nerve. Jeez. Listen, I want to let you all go. I don't want to hurt you. Like, Mom says I'm not thoughtful, but we got the scorched body of our friend into the Milky Well as quickly as we possibly could. You want to talk about someone who's not thoughtful? Jeff here has just abandoned his friend Tony. Took all the cookies for his birthday party. Ness picked up the receiver. We gotta talk to Mom.
Hello, Ness? So, how's your adventure going? I see. Sounds like you're having some tough times then. Your teacher dropped by looking for you. Don't worry, I covered for you. Everything is fine here. You just keep on trucking. Well, my soap opera's getting to a really steamy part, so I'd better let you go. Bye.
Click, beep, beep, beep. Ness picked up the receiver. Ness, it's your dad. I deposited $27,223 into your bank account. Taking away what you spent, you should now have $62,198 in the bank. Well, experience to get to the next level. Ness, $24,553. Paula, $14,358. Jeff, of $45,262. Who? I'm sorry, son. I know I shouldn't laugh. $10,952. Anyway, what do you need from me? Could you write down a record of my deeds, Father? All done? Your dear old dad was also thinking about hitting the hay for the night. I've created a record of your adventure to this point. Good night, sleep tight. I think you're right, Dad. I should get some sleep. We're a great team, aren't we? Well, you should turn the power off instead of just pressing reset. All right? And I will. Actually, I won't. Switch 2 prefers to just be put to sleep. But I will close the program to simulate the experience, turning off the power instead of just pressing reset. Okay, so we're done for the day. We're back in the swing of things. Events are taking on momentum. We have 2 Your Sanctuary locations left. As far as things that I know are left in the game, obviously we go to Scaraba. We go to the Deep Dark. Probably some other shit. Okay. Good. Good enough. Good enough. Nice. All right. Meanwhile, yeah, it's a tough month. We don't need to get into it. Nothing that anybody needs to get in. Nothing we need to get into. Yeah, if like my mom dies or something, I had a tough month because of that. I'll tell you about it. But Jesus Christ. Knock on wood. But yeah. I'm an eternal optimist. I think things are getting back on track. I know I've actually literally said that during the terrible month, but I believe it now. So I think that we're going to do the normal shit this week, but then I'm also going to have a little bit of time to start planning some fun shit that'll maybe start the next week, but it'll definitely start in July. I'm not wasting my vacation, either stream-wise, getting bonus streams in during the time of my life when I'm a little less busy, but also not wasting. I had my worst drag performance ever on June 12th, 2026. I might book something in between now and the end of July 24th when I next have a booked performance. But if I don't, that's good lead time. That's over a month to get ready for this show. And I'm going to have my best drag performance ever. I've already decided. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. There's no theme to the show, so that opens things up. So things will get better and better. For this week, what's going to happen is tomorrow in the morning, check schedule, set your clock, set your alarm. Don't oversleep. We're going to start up the Dreams in the Witch House, a recent indie point-and-click adventure game with RPG elements, I believe. It's based on the classic Lovecraft story. So totally different flavor of cosmic horror from EarthBound, but it's still cosmic. But it's more cosmic horror in a sense. At least it's more classical cosmic horror. Then, come Wednesday, it's Wednesday. You know what? This is actually kind of a confusing week for one thing. We can't do Friday Night Frosthaven on Friday, but we have a bunch of maybe options, one of which is Wednesday. So maybe we wind up not doing Greg and James beating up this week. But right now, the plan is Greg and James beat them up on Wednesday. I think, even though we had in the on-deck position the Game Boy Advance River City game, what we're actually going to do this week is play Double Dragon 1, which is actually, it's a little bit out of our remit because it's a fan game, but I'm interested in checking it out. It's for the Neo Geo, and it uses a bunch of ripped assets, but they tried to make it seems like a pretty sincere project. And the creator promoted it to us directly through a comment on our YouTube channel. So I would like to give it back, pay it back. Or not pay it back, but superliminal marketing. I appreciate it. So we're going to check it out. Then, like I said, Friday Night Frosthaven probably in there somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly when. Next weekend, we Saturday again. We'll be back here playing EarthBound. I don't even remember what the next thing to do is. I mean, we have to get to Scaraba. So I guess I'll go back to Summers and see if we can start. We got to deal with the Kraken. Okay. So I can definitely do something with that for an episode title. Get it cracking. All right, sweet. This was fun. I hope you had fun. Thank you for joining me if you joined me. Actually, why am I saying that when I have a whole spiel that I always do at the end? You stuck around to the end? Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're, I believe, trying to cross the sea and escape the Kraken. Cracking open another, oh wait, no. I was going to just say cracking open a poo boy. That's tall boy, not poor boy. Poor boy is the style of hat. Stuck around to the end. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, can't hear my voice. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until next time, when we get it cracking together, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet. And hey, it's Pride Month. So if you get the chance, kiss a boy.